The story of Love Notes for TLC, LeTiddy, and her antics might be the most exciting one I have ever covered. When we met her, she had 100 subscribers and was harassing her ex-husband now that the restraining order against her had expired. We watched her abuse people at the gym facilities that she used as homeless shelters as she lived the life of a vagabond looking for love and professional cuddles across the Midwest tri-state area. But tragedy struck when Tish had sex with 4 strange men that she met on the hookup app Bumble, and she had a new target, Jason W. And not only that, began to abuse the child in her belly, threatening to kill it, all while fighting with her family, getting arrested, and felony charges placed on her for allegedly falsifying a police report when she claimed both Thomas, man number 1, and Jason W., man number 2, raped her. Not only did she flatly admit to not being raped, she even texted this guy telling him how much she liked it before filing the charges. And ever since then, it has been a steady cycle of arrests, bail, fights, and desperate coping. But the time has come to wrap this story up, and I assure you, no matter what you think you've seen so far, today you will be confronted with much worse than you ever imagined. LeTiddy is currently hogging her mother's bedroom to vlog and tell us why she is great and we are all scum.
Okay, so today is June 30th, 2022. I decided to record this on my laptop because I figured that it might just be like easier that way. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a baby and not just fat. Yeah, I had a lot of loose skin, you know, from losing that 150 pounds and then being forcibly impregnated. It kind of just fucked my whole life up in that way. This guy and the way that he forced himself on me while I was asleep. There was no time for me to consent. There was no time for me to tell him, no, you literally just touched me with your penis in my vagina. Like, he had already made penetration. There was no waking up from that. I didn't even know until the very end I fully was aware and awake. I knew that there were sensations going on, but like many know, I have a detachment when I'm under so much stress, under so much, you know, that day I had already done a cuddle session and that was platonic, although he did pay me to just see me naked. And I knew. I was like, damn, this motherfucker must be two-faced to the max, must be a Gemini. That's all I could think. He must be a Gemini this entire time. And then, lo and behold, I find that on the paperwork from the detention center. And I'm thinking, do you realize I don't want anything to do with this? They would always say, I want a relationship too. I want a relationship. Jason, he said the opposite. He said, I told him, I said, well, why is it that men always say they want a relationship? Because I asked him, I said, why are you on Bumble dating? He said, what everybody's on there for, a relationship. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, why do men always say they want a relationship, but in actuality, all they want is just sex? And he said, no, they want a relationship, just not with you. And that hurt so deeply. It stabbed me so fucking hard because I realized no matter how much effort I would place into correcting the issues I did to my body, no matter how much effort I placed into adjusting myself and appropriating myself for society, dress nicely, speaking well, you know, I will always be ugly. I'll be 31 weeks pregnant this Friday, which is tomorrow. I'll be 31 weeks pregnant. The doctor said everything seemed to be fine. I don't believe it is. I believe that this baby has been tainted by the devil. But yeah, I mean, I wish there were something I could do to love this child like I loved my daughter. The difference between the way that it was created, the way that I, loved my ex-husband. I loved Brandon very much, and I wanted to be with him. Everybody thought it was an obsession. I went through my mental issues because his family physically assaulted me. So instead of fixing the situation, making things correct, making it accurate, because I told him, I said, I can't live like this. They were never reprimanded for assaulting me physically. And he made it seem as though he understood. And all he did was shut his mouth, and he didn't want to, combat what his family was saying. So who's really fucked? You, because there is an afterlife. Because I know from personal experience through having died and come back since I was like 2 years old, and numerous times after that through suicide attempts as well. So, and everybody knows when they listen to me, oh my God, she actually does make sense. So when we're talking to other people and they say she's crazy, who's really crazy? You've completely tampered with my life. You've destroyed it. I haven't been around my daughter for 6 years. The one thing I love most. You ripped away my poodles. You ripped away my home because I wasn't able to maintain it. And then after a couple months, you realized, well, this girl, oh my God, she's actually like the sweetest. Yeah, well, no shit. You would hate it too. You would hate the offspring also. You wouldn't see that as a sign of God testing you to better it. No. It was a test, and the devil won when it conceived this baby. And the fact that I didn't abort it, I didn't want to go through that personal trauma. And now I'll just have to poop it out and, scream and cry and just offer it to the Lord. You're not special, Leticia. You never will be special. Your story's not special. None of this is special. It's disgusting and disturbed, and you should shut your fucking mouth. The world is tainted. The world is toxic, and our parents did it, and our forefathers did it, and them trying to hide all of their nefarious acts and their shady dealings. That's what truly caused all of this. It's currently July 14th, 2022. I decided I would try to do a little bit better of a job to try to research who the father of the child is. And I'm horrified. I'm shaking. That's how bad it is. I'm disgusted. No wonder he's allowed to get away with what he does. That's not okay. I didn't say yes. Now I'm birthing this fucking asshole's baby. I'm horrified and I'm scared. I'm sick to my stomach. Oh my God, I want to kill myself. This guy's just a piece of shit. Rapist. What the fuck are you doing ejaculating in someone like me? What the fuck is wrong with you? Some people make me sick. There's no salvation for people like that. I feel so sick right now. I hate this motherfucker so bad. Lee. Badly. I'm trying not to wake up my family, and I just want to scream and slice my wrists. This can't be happening to me. More like I just want to go take that rope and go into the woods. All he wanted to do was abuse me. That was it. Makes me feel so useless in the world. I thought I was doing so well traveling and being independent as a woman and not having to do all this shit. I told him, and I told him many times we couldn't. I don't get that. And I'm sure that they have a recording of that. That's horrifying. I'm horrified. You people disgust me. You people in your police positions and military positions. That's horrifying. You get away with murder. You get away with creation like that, which is murder.
But did you die?
There is. Something has to be exchanged. That's not okay. And that was my soul and my body. You people are sick. I
I'm gonna give birth to this asshole's baby. I haven't seen him in fucking 8 months. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Forcing kids on other people, and then I'm supposed to, like, I get in trouble and then just drop the entire case? No, bitch. No. I'm gonna get a fucking lawyer. No, thank you. This is not okay. This is a creation of a life. How am I supposed to support this life without this motherfucker paying? And it's not even about that. I was looking for love. I wasn't looking for any kind of fucking financial stability. I was looking for somebody that would love me. I was looking for somebody that was going to be there at the end of the day and in the beginning of the day, and didn't mind that I was crazy and ugly. That doesn't exist, though. None of that exists. So I have to just struggle through life, dredge through life, meander. I have a lot to think about right now. July 14th, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin. Have a good day. I feel really sick, like I'm gonna throw up.
So since LeTiddy wasn't getting the attention she was so desperately craving, apparently from the law enforcement community, she decided to go all out and dox the alleged father of the unborn child, releasing his address, name, phone number, Facebook, LinkedIn, email, current and former employers, his family, romantic interests, everything. This broad dumped it all in a video. And that very day, the judge decided they had seen enough, and they issued this motion to revoke bond. Now, when we read the line items, please keep in mind, it's in reverse chronological order. So the first thing will be the video we just watched. But also keep in mind how long they've been watching her channel. This is proof the DA is a subscriber. On June 20th, 2022, the defendant was arrested for the felony offense of filing a false police report, Class D felony. We'll move to line item number 5. On July 14th, 2022, defendant posted a video titled "Thoughts on the Father of My Baby" to YouTube. In the video, the defendant shows the LinkedIn page of Jason W., the victim of this case. Love notes for TLC, thoughts on the father of my baby, and they provide a link. The defendant speaks to the victim in the typed caption of the video. In the video, the defendant scrolls through the page showing the victim's place of employment and clicking the button to show how to connect with the victim. In the video, while showing the victim's page, defendant calls him a piece of shit rapist and states, "I hate this motherfucker so bad." She also states her desire to slit her wrists and take a rope and go into the woods. Then she states, "I pray to God you get what you deserve soon." And towards the end of the video, while she has a picture of presumably the victim on the screen, states, "If I saw you, I would gouge your eyes out." Followed shortly by, "You don't deserve peace. You don't deserve rest." Line item number 12, that the victim has reported that, following the video, people have been making harassing phone calls to his employer. Great job, LeTiddy Simps. You loved her so much you got her put in jail. The state further feels that the court should be aware that in an earlier video posted to YouTube June 24th, 2022, Leticia Collins states that she began hitting her baby while in the jail, although she contends not enough for it to give it brain damage. Love notes for TLC, Jailhouse Blues. In this video, she also addresses the victim stating, "You're dishonest, you're impure, you're part of whatever, Satan's Legion," and that she's going to name the baby Jason blank blank the second. Fuck it. In another video posted June 25th, defendant is seen to be apparently smoking marijuana while pregnant in her car. Defendant holds her pipe and lighter up to the camera and says, "I'm a drug addict," before taking another hit off the pipe. Love notes for TLC, clearly I'm in the wrong. Oh, they love that. They love that, Tish. At 53:51 in the video, they have timestamps, LeTiddy. Clearly I'm in the wrong. She states, like, seriously, one-on-one combat. Like, just wait until this baby's out, because I'm tired as fuck right now. I couldn't whoop your ass properly, but if we had the opportunity, I'd fucking kill you. When discussing her accused rapists, of which Jason W. is one. The state contends that this conduct constitutes reasonable cause for this court to find that the defendant has willfully violated the conditions of her release pending adjudication of a prior charge, and this court, therefore, may revoke the defendant's release status pursuant to Arkansas Rule of Criminal Procedure 9.5. Oh, Tish! Literally all of your comments and live chats tried to warn you, but we're not all next-dimensional indigo child thinkers like you. We need to start keeping a list of your legal problems to ensure we have it all straight. We'll do that now. So now you have a warrant again for filing a false police report since your bond is revoked. Now you know for a fact they are watching you. You know for a fact they are subscribed. Heck, the local cops in Hot Springs are probably entertained by you on their off time. I would be. And this is an important thing to remember. It will come up again later when the cops seem to just start showing up where she is. So knowing this, what will you do, Tish? Will you shut up and get a lawyer and stop making videos incriminating yourself? Or will you launch your own amateur legal defense live on YouTube, embarrass yourself, and egg them on with video titles like, "Come and get me, come and get me"? Let's find out.
So apparently there's another warrant issued for my freedom of speech because I made a video of something that I found publicly online and shared my opinion toward it. That is actually not communicating with him whatsoever. So apparently they redacted the warrant or whatever. They're trying to get me to go back to jail while 8 months pregnant. So, because, yeah, people are insane. For my freedom of speech, for gathering what my opinion was of seeing this public information online, they're trying to say that I removed or I redacted or whatever the warrant. So now they're trying to state that I should go back to jail. Do you realize how sick it is that I can't share my opinion toward the father of this child after what he had done to me? That's not doxing. You know what doxing is? Taking private information. That's not private information. That can all be found publicly because that's how I found it. Publicly. So it's not doxing anybody. It's not slandering anybody because we had met. These are true facts. It's not slandering whatsoever. I don't belong in jail whatsoever because I'm utilizing my freedom of speech as a disabled citizen that was raped. You can fucking eat my shit. I will literally kill myself before you fucking take me in again. I am not even joking. You're the ones that are harassing this child. You are the ones that are abusing this child. You are the ones that are causing more problems for this child. I wasn't doxing. I wasn't slandering. My opinion is that he's still a fucking rapist. So what? I'm just supposed to back down to a fucking pervert? It's fucking hilarious. Doxing is illegal, so why is it that everybody's getting away with doxing me? So tell me, if you call them, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about you. That means you're part of the satanic fucking cult that runs the side of America that nobody wanted to disclose. That's why I made those fucking videos. That's why I disclosed all of this. That's why everything can be tracked and traced. Why do you think that I disclosed this shit and I don't give a fuck if they try to send me to jail? I would rather fucking kill myself. Bitch, please. I'm not gonna leave the comfort of this to go to some trash-ass shit. You should pray for the fucking assholes involved. There's no violation of bond when I speak the fucking truth and it's not fucking slander. There is no violation. I didn't contact that stupid cunt. I didn't violate the restraining order. I didn't do anything to contact this stupid bitch. So you're gonna tell me that shoving me in fucking jail, that doing all that stupid bullshit, perverse shit like that is gonna help me and the baby? No. Why would I give a fuck if I sit out in fucking jail either? If they catch me before I kill myself. You are all sick in the fucking head if you are standing up for a fucking rapist pervert. All I did with this public knowledge was disclose it online to share with the world who this fucking piece of shit is. The person that fucked me and left me for fucking 8 months, carrying a fucking baby, and then gonna pop it out without him being around because he didn't want to get married to the bitch. Because he's sick. He's mentally ill. No. Bitch, please. I'm gonna seek a fucking attorney. You're not gonna shove me in fucking jail. I don't give a fuck if it costs my fucking family money and shit. You owe me money, and I'm gonna turn around and start a lawsuit because this is not okay. You've defiled my character. You've caused me to have a criminal background that I shouldn't fucking have. So, yeah. And I'm not gonna go with those fucking bastards, and I would literally spray them with the fucking pepper spray I have. Let's fight, bitch, at me fucking 8 months pregnant. And then we'll have fucking video of something fucking hilarious, because you're gonna end up hurting a fucking pregnant bitch, and you're gonna be fucked. So I would fucking watch my ass and tuck my fucking tail, my dick between my legs if I were you. I would be worried. Because the more that you fucking fight this, the more that you do this shit to fucking innocent parties, the more you're gonna be fucked. Why do you want to see me suffer? Tell me, is it funny? Is it funny to you to watch others just cry and be manipulated and be forced into these situations? I just want to be dead. I don't want to do this anymore. Take your baby and go. I hate you. I hate you so much. You just make yourselves look worse and worse the more that you abuse me. You can't abuse pregnant women like that, especially ones that didn't do anything to you. Fuck you. I didn't do shit to you. You need to learn your own fucking lessons. Quit trying to make it out to be, I know it's illegal that you can't use the shit that I post online. What is wrong with you? You can't redact that or remove that fucking thing. The restraining order, I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking contact him. And you act like I'm pleading to you. No. I don't plead to you. I don't bow down to you. You can eat my fucking shit. What more do you want from me? You already have my offspring. What the fuck else do you want? You don't need shit from me. You don't need to abuse me more. I haven't done anything to you. Fuck you, you piece of fucking trash. All of you. I know you're fucking watching. Fucking cunts. I don't feel very good. My stomach hurts. I had a baked potato and I put some vegan butter on it and some vegan cheddar shreds. I feel like nauseous and I haven't eaten well because I'm depressed because everybody's psychotic. So there's people that keep posting stupid bullshit that's all a bunch of lies on my feed and I'm like, just get over yourselves. You make no sense and get the fuck off there. That's why I hide your comments and that's why I delete them, because they're fabrications. I just don't get it. And then people are like, so you violate the contact order immediately after violating it? Yes. What is wrong with you people? This isn't a falsified rape report. Just because I love him in that way now doesn't mean that I loved him then. Because I left his ass alone after the fucking incident, and it was nice that I just didn't file that day, the few days after the incident. What's the problem? You're making me feel bad. If you feel bad, then it's your own conscience. And it's gonna eat at you forever. And that's what happened. That's why we created this. I'm a very patient person. That's why it took me a week to realize that Jace, what's-his-face, wasn't, like, gonna reach back out. And I was like, what? What? You're that busy? You're that busy. You're that busy. Nice. While I'm all alone, it's gotten to an extreme. Because you're not listening. You're not listening. No wonder I want to cut myself. And people are like, they sometimes argue, but no, I have a weird nose. And I have big ears. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive to these points. I have crooked teeth. You know, some people even would tell me, they would get down to that and they would tell me like, well, if only, you know, you didn't have that crooked tooth. What am I supposed to do for this offspring? I didn't destroy it immediately. And it was not up to me. God's will. I don't feel like I'm worth anything anymore. You guys have made that clear. And I've known that my entire life, so what's the difference? And that's why I try not to cry about that. I cry about your mental illnesses. I cry about the fact that you're in denial. Here you go, nice clean tight pussy right here. Like, that's crazy. Like, you guys need some help. And I obviously need help, and nobody's giving it to me. Nobody's offering me the things that I've been asking for. So instead I just scream about it. I'm not retarded. I am retarded, obviously, but like, I'm not retarded. So, but yeah, so people make fun of me and I'm like, hold on, that's a form of some type of autism. I don't know.
That was amazing, Tish. Oh, Tish! Tish! I'm sure this will all play out in your favor. If you're thinking otherwise, it's because you're on that end of the spectrum that just can't understand Leticia. Now let us learn where Leticia learned to be insane. LeTiddy, because she has no common sense, had a phone session with her therapist. Now this is a therapist she's had since she was 12 years old, according to her, Dr. William Martine Carroll of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Dr. Carroll is 83 years young and is not at all out of touch or senile. In this review on WebMD, Leticia shaved 6 years off her age because she was feeling old back in 2020 or something, and gives him a shining review. Let's meet the man firsthand and see the magic at work that gave us the completely stable example of the mental health industry at work, Dr. Carroll. Also, fun fact, due to the video you're about to watch, he is currently under investigation for ethics violations, which probably won't seem so surprising to you in a moment. Take it away, Dr. Carroll, or should I call you Dr. Frankenstein? Because in my opinion, you created this monster.
My name is Ben Sobel Leone. Ben Sobel Leone. I'm also known as Benny the Groin, Sammy the Schnoz, Elmer the Fudd, Tubby the Tuba, and once as Miss Phyllis Levine. But that was at a party, it was years ago. I smoked at the tupep and I had a quackalude, and then suddenly I'm in fishnets and singing show tunes. These things happen, but it has nothing to do with what I'm here with you fine gentlemen today. So I apologize. That being said, I'm also known to the people who know me the best as the fucking doctor.
Good afternoon, Dr. Carroll.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm glad we're able to talk.
I'm glad at the very least I was able to contact you soon enough to our session time to make our appointment over the phone, because like I sent you in that text, they had, revoked my bond due to the fact that I had stated public information about the father of the child. So, the person that I presume is the father, of course.
Well,
but
that's no crime.
I had thought so.
Not a felony or a misdemeanor.
Well, and the thing is that I'm just describing, and I had actually placed a disclaimer in videos prior when I first started engaging with all of this technology, in order to disclose that I wasn't trying to incriminate anyone, neither myself nor anyone that I had disclosed in any of my videos. So,
You're telling your story.
Yeah,
Just tell the story.
Yeah. I don't know what to do, because now I feel as though if I go out even in this jurisdiction that they're going to recognize me and want to place me in confines, to detain me until court.
Well,
And
who would even know that you're out of your house?
well, see, that's just it. I know that there's a ping on my phone, and that's what they disclosed in the warrant.
So they've got a ping on your phone?
Yeah.
So they could, well, if they got a ping on your phone, you don't have to use your phone.
Yeah, I should just go out in public how it is, without my phone on
But
me.
they got a ping on the phone just works when phone is on your body.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't.
That's silly.
But who would want to really do that to somebody that's 8 months pregnant? And it's just getting even harder for me to sustain myself with all this depression. And so,
well, the truth is that they want pregnant women in the prison.
that's horrifying, doctor. You always share with me so many details. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention is that I decided that I would live stream this conversation. So you are being heard by at least 100 people at this time. So
right now?
Yes, at this very moment.
So I'm being heard by 100 people.
Yep, at least.
Okay, so let me give a precursor to what I'm saying.
Yes, thank you.
I wait for the Father's answer, but I'm calling Father God right now.
Thank you.
And I have no way of reaching him except through Jesus Christ. None. Zero. Zip. I don't have the language. I don't have the words. I don't even have the, mental acumen in order to be able to do that. But Jesus can speak to the Father more than I can. He can speak to him and he can understand him and he can tell me what he says. So when I pray, this is what I pray. I say, Lord, Jesus, I want you to take to the Father these things that I'm now presenting. You speak to him in such a way that he understands and can speak back to you, who I interpret, because Jesus never wrote a book. He never wrote a book. And I always thought that's fascinating. Jesus never wrote a book, but people who heard him wrote a book and wrote what he said.
Yes.
And he says, I speak only the truth, and the truth is the truth, and the truth is the truth simply because what I'm saying to you is true. And so I listen to Jesus' words that were spoken. And I will not speak words that unless I have checked with the Father whether that was the truth or that was the way to be said. And I will only answer until I have found what the truth is. Okay?
I need to have the courage to refrain from trying to harm myself too, for one. I've been discussing and disclosing online about how I would rather drink Drano than to go back into jail, and who would want to, that's it.
Oh, wait a minute. I will tell you, don't drink Drano. I think it'll rot your stomach up. It has a tendency, it's a very acidic, or a basic one. I'm not sure whether the pH of that is alkaline or acid.
Acid.
Drano.
It's
I
acid.
have to look it up.
And I was listening to a discussion online on YouTube there, and I swear I should get the names of these individuals. It was like a conversation between the Prime Minister there in Australia, and it was a woman speaker, and I was really enthralled in what she had to say about the misogyny that goes on still within the authoritative positions, and how these types of temperaments shouldn't be going on. And I feel as though, since I speak about that specifically, that I've been targeted in that way to try to, relinquish my rights, and being told that I fall.
If you want to internet investigate, just look at targeted individuals.
Yes.
And if you think that the government does not have snooping material or snooping devices to snoop on you, then you're probably way behind the 8 ball, because you'll never know.
Exactly.
You don't know. Do you know where the largest secretive submarine base testing acoustics, which is sonar, in the United States is?
Was it in Utah? Is that where it was? Idaho. Yeah.
And if you want to look it up, it's a Ponderay. Ponderay it's a name that was given to it, and the name Ponderay, because if you looked at it from a satellite down, it looks like an earlobe actually. And where the base is, it's like almost 1,000 feet under the surface of the water.
And that's where they test all their sonar and other electrical currents and such frequencies within the water. Yeah.
It's over 300 miles from the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get a submarine? Well, even if it's a miniature submarine, how do you get it over to the West Coast? Do you transport it through a tunnel, or do you fly it? I don't think you can fly it.
Yeah, that would be.
Helicopter didn't pick it up. I don't even know if a B-22 or B-52 could even. I don't think so. You are an absolute victim. You have been victimized.
That's
Not
true.
anything that you willingly participated in to do. But all you're trying to do is resolve what's happened to you as a person, as an individual. So you're right to be sad. You're right to be anxious. You're right to have, even hatred sometimes.
Thank you.
Because that's mistreatment.
Thank you.
Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that.
You're one of the most.
Strike out. Then some of your striking out is you had it up to as far as you can have it without exploding.
Yeah. And I appreciate that you say that, because it's your continual sincerity and empathy toward my situation and understanding. You know me personally through our discussions that I would never try to manipulate this situation and to such an extreme.
It's not.
That's
true. It helps for you to be in prison. Why? Why would it help? If it's to protect somebody, who are they protecting now? Are they protecting the truth from us now?
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that, because that's exactly what they're doing in this circumstance, because they took it to an excess by claiming that I falsified their report, and it's a felony offense. That is not correct. I mean, I cried when they informed me, so I know that it was just a ploy to get me stuck in the system again, some way, somehow, to keep me down and control me.
From being vocal.
Yes, exactly.
From having freedom of speech.
Yes.
You also have freedom of religion too.
Thank you. And they violated that the last time I was incarcerated also by rejecting my my questions, or my I'm sorry, I was seeking the guidance of one of their local priests, and no one ever showed up. So I'm grateful that you see me as an individual, and that you understand that even my criminal record doesn't reflect who I truly am, because you've understood.
Well, let me ask you this question. See if you can answer this. Why did they burn Joan of Arc at the stake?
Because she was fighting.
Around her feet and then burned her up. Why did they do that?
They fought. She was fighting against that persecution. So. And I believe that they've discriminated against me because I was a woman, and all these other circumstances because of my ethnicity as well, and then also too because of my disabilities and my ability to be easily swayed and manipulated psychologically. And that's exactly why I don't get the assistance that I've been seeking.
Why did they burn Joan of Arc at the stake?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and
you loved your children with all your heart, and for somebody to take your child away just tore a big hole in your heart. So to say that you don't have feelings, you don't have emotions, you don't have any recognition of truth or untruth or things that are right or wrong, or what that is to treat you like a vegetable somewhere. Let me peel the skin off you. I've got my skinner here. I'll just peel the skin, and let somebody eat the carrot. If I could say that the only character that I'm kind of like is Yoda.
Yeah.
I'm short, like a little dwarf, and you know, but I speak the truth.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to speak any words out of my mouth that I'm not allowed to speak. Because I'm going to ask the Father, you know, am I allowed to speak? And if He says no through Jesus, I'm going to say no. I don't get to tell you that one.
Right.
That's not my permission to do that. So I have to ask the Father, what's right? What's the truth? What's honest? What's the real? What is the truth? And the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. And what I just said to you is true. Did you understand this? I've never been an alcoholic. Ever.
Yes.
Never been an alcoholic. But yeah, I've been I've wanted another potato chip just as much as another person wanted a drink. Okay? So I can understand the mechanics of wanting a potato chip, even though I don't need it, even though I don't need the salt, and even though I know that it isn't good for me, you know, totally, because that's, you know, fried oils or whatever that aren't really healthy for my body, but it just has salt on it, and I like the salt. But I know what it's like to crave a potato chip like a man knows to crave alcohol the same way, because I know what addiction is.
Exactly. Yes.
And it's the same thing that I learned in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just got a new name, new title. And the guy that invented the title made a lot of money because he went to the insurance companies and said, look, I can save you guys money in 3 sessions.
Exactly.
Or a suicidal person that says, well, today I was suicidal. Will you help me, please? I said, okay, I got you 3 sessions. God, I got you 3 sessions. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just know that your second flangy is coming off next. Now, that'll work. Now, I'm going to take the next woman that you can walk around the street, and, you know, the fat woman you do see, and you say, have you lost 170 pounds in your life? But they didn't know I had a 2nd-degree black belt in judo, but the guy hit me with an elbow. He was all these pains. I've got a woman I see that I bet she's got 30 holes in her eardrum. Why did servicemen get a bunch of tattoos? Because they endured pain.
Yes.
And that's why 12 accountability was so important to the Jew. God endowed everybody with a conscience. Do you know that?
Yes.
You can say, oh, well, that's well, maybe there's some stupid, retarded, or whatever people that just didn't get it because maybe they had a slice of the brain gone, or maybe they didn't have enough brain in there.
Right.
But you know who the happiest people are? Mongoloid children.
Oh.
Retarded Mongoloid children. That's a class of people. Mongoloids that usually are retarded. Some of them aren't. I had a professor in college that looked like a Mongoloid, and he was in an institution for Mongoloid retarded children, and they just look kind of like little Mongoloids.
Dr. Carroll, some of the terminology you use, because it is so dated, it sounds hilarious using it, because we know we're not trying to be offensive whatsoever, but it's nice to be able to have reference to what we've discussed in the past, the types of labels that have been placed on each one of us, and that doesn't define us. And they didn't have those. I tell you this, one of the brightest men I've ever met was in Tampa, Florida, at a retarded, village, and he was spastic and he couldn't hold his muscles or whatever because he wormed and squirmed or whatever. But he wrote with his pen in his teeth on a typewriter. Oh wow! Wow! One of the smartest men that I've ever known. Wow. And I'm so grateful to you for being a gentleman, because you understand that even when I discuss these things, I don't mean to be vulgar or, no, yeah. Neither do I, I got a penis. I don't know what else to call it. I got a wee-wee or a sausage or, it doesn't matter. It's still a penis. Yes, any conclusions that I should conclude? Well, well, regarding my personal circumstances, I mean, I know that I'm going to have to stand in court, but I'm very apprehensive of having to be detained, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. I know that when I speak with the public defender, hopefully they'll see my videos as an opportunity of just my freedoms of speech in that way. I feel like that's being disregarded. Here's reality. Let me tell you reality. Yes. Your public defender will probably give you at the most 2 hours. At the most 2 hours.
his ability to read your case, see your videos, talk to you, or even listen to your recordings is nil.
Right.
Unless he's just, what do you say, guilty of trying to not know everything, but know just enough. So somebody asked him a question. She said, yes, she's a girl, and she has whatever. I see this, I can read this. He read that 30 minutes before he went to court.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 minutes before he went to court. And he is not smart enough to hold all that information in his brain. I guarantee you that. I'm sure I know what they can hold in their brain. And by the way, I will give you one piece of thought you need to understand, is that it was a lady, this happened maybe 40, 50 years ago. And you can find it up, you can look it up. This lady went to a hospital and says, I have this awful, awful headache. Just awful. And so they took a brain scan. Guess what? No brain was visible in the cranium of her head.
What?
None.
What?
She was in graduate school, passing the courses, but she had no brain. Whoa. And you can look it up. You can look it up, Google or whatever. You can even look it up in the library if you want to. There have been people that had no brains. Or let's separate the frontal part from the back part, and just slice it up and down. And then if they survive that, they can sit there, they can drool, and they can go to lunch maybe and eat, but they're not much.
I am horrified. I'm gonna have to think about that all day now, and have to research it. That's what they did to some people. Yes. In science, in the name of science. Yes. I feel like I had the close call of having that happen to me during these circumstances where I was speaking out and denied my constitutional rights of my freedoms to speak out and my disabilities as well. I haven't been treated like I should be during these processes because I know that my anxieties get to me.
People out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and spending all this time and me being able to expose this to at least 200 people or more at this very moment, but then there'll be more exposure.
I don't care if you're a Catholic, a Baptist, or you're a Methodist, or a Zoroaster, or a Baha'i, or whether you're a Muslim, or whether you're I just don't care. The truth is the truth is the truth, and what I just said is the truth.
Thank you.
And it exists in all levels of everywhere. And if it ain't the truth, then it ain't the truth.
Exactly.
If it's the truth, it's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, God. I got carried away there. I'm sorry.
No,
okay, I gotta let you go.
Well, that's exactly right. The symbolism behind all of that.
You know that I will give you the most help that I can possibly give you.
Thank you, Dr. Carroll, and I appreciate, admire, and respect you for that, and I love you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that we can have another session. I'll give you a text, too, to let you know, and my mother will notify you, too, when I need you to sign that document, if that's all right, and she'll let you know when she'll ask you, request some time with you. So I love you very much, Dr. Carroll.
Well, I love you also.
Thank you.
And, I respect you. I will help you. I will push down the walls you need to be pushed down, and I will raise you up above the walls that you need to be above.
You're an angel. Thank you.
Well, wasn't that special? So let's digest a couple of things after that walk directly into mutual insanity. First, this man is charging probably close to $100 an hour to her insurance, which we, the taxpayers, pay for, to stroke his own ego, talk about Jesus, the government spying on citizens, increase her paranoia, and validate both her religious zealotism and delusions about microchips and nanobots monitoring 24/7. Then you go on to discuss your penis and call disabled kids a bunch of mongoloid retards. All while you know you're being recorded for YouTube. Brilliant, Doctor! Now, to his credit, Dr. Carroll probably does not know the extent of Leticia's problems as well as we do. The constant suicide threats, the threats to murder people, her killing of puppies and abuse of her child, As we saw, she's completely calm and polite and a little admiring little girl in his presence. She feels like since he's a doctor, he can guide her. She's on his level in her mind, and he eats this shit up and just goes on and on about himself and preaching about Jesus. No wonder you're being investigated for ethics violations after this dum-dum. This woman goes on in a week to try to kill herself. On the other hand, he's been seeing her for 20 plus freaking years. There's no way he's unaware of these delusions. But frankly, based on him telling her to look up targeted individuals and gang stalking, he probably sees nothing wrong with her. She is a mirror reflection of all his insane opinions. She is his Frankenstein's monster, and just like the monster, she destroyed him. You see, in addition to having his license reviewed, he was also review bombed the moment this video was released, taking his 5-star rating on WebMD down to a 2-star rating in a matter of hours. And not only that, wait till the end of the film for some other special surprises about Dr. Carroll. Oh, Tish! Your life is a constant string of mistakes that other people have to pay for.
Because she was the one talking about if I can't get my weed, I'm just gonna start smoking cigarettes.
So what you're saying is, that you can go back and tell everyone else that you do stuff, right? That you're gonna promise that you're not gonna smoke in the house. Yet all of a sudden you smoke in the house because you've been drinking and everything. And all of a sudden, it's everybody else's fucking issue because you can't own up to what you do.
Toxic behavior, get away from me.
Yeah, toxic behavior.
Away from me.
You're smoking cigarettes in mommy's house. She's never been around fucking cigarettes like that.
The fucking room with the door barricaded. Yeah, but you're happy
right now
because of the smoke.
For her videos and whatever, she needs more content.
No, what I had made a comment about was why would he smoke in the goddamn house? I didn't even approach it like that. I said, Mommy, maybe if you could talk to him because he promised me he wasn't going to fucking smoke.
I literally just tried to lay down for a second. First time I smoked one cigarette in here.
In the house, right. So that's why you can't fucking go out to the fucking porch like you. I don't give a fuck. Just because you gave me weed. Just because. And plenty of people do. Plenty of people do smoke weed during fucking their pregnancy. But cigarettes are not the same.
The last time you tried to set me up, cut it out.
I'm not gonna do this shit.
Stupid.
No, failed? Failed? No, this is actually calling people out on the abuse that they can't fucking do.
Where's that bud that you tried to pay for? I want my bud back around.
Then I'll fucking leave. I will check all my shit.
Thank you. Good. I want my bud back.
Okay, good. So do you realize if I don't show up to court, she goes to jail, right?
Yeah, I realize a lot more than you.
Yeah.
Grab your stuff.
Yeah.
Grab your stuff.
Yeah.
I want my bud. Go.
Right. So what you're saying is because you're not allowed to smoke a fucking cigarette in mommy's goddamn house.
Because you just
and mommy's all on your side. And this is all she fucking knows is toxicity and fuck this fucking place because you're all fucking toxic.
Everything I do,
drinking and shit, smoking in the fucking house. After you promised me, you said you were gonna not fucking do that shit.
Give me my bud. That's all you're mad about. You just lost your temper when I brought up my shit. So give me my shit now.
Oh no, I'm not gonna walk in there and give you shit.
I will find it.
Okay, we'll see that, and I'll call the fucking cops anyway.
Do that. I'm trying to get my shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. You're the one hiding shit. Pack your shit and go.
So you're gonna touch all my goddamn shit.
Well, tell me where my shit is.
It's not your shit.
You just we're gonna pay for shit. Where is it?
What
for the second time, you have not paid. So where is it?
If you don't calm his bitch ass down, I swear to fucking God, you don't fucking touch me like that, bitch. I'm fucking pregnant. You just fucking yanked. I will call the fucking police for this shit.
Tripped all over. I didn't do nothing. What are
you just pushed me the fuck over. It's on video, bitch.
You're stepping on
you just fucking did that. What the fuck is wrong with you? You better get him the fuck out of this house, mother.
I'm not leaving anything, mommy.
If this is the type of shit.
Again. What did I do again?
You saw that shit, mother. He's getting physically violent with a pregnant woman. And you're gonna tell me that that's okay?
This bitch ass is not.
Yeah.
Say that again.
You're a bitch. Get the fuck away from me.
What are you doing with your hands?
He's getting physical. Get him the fuck away from me. Get him the fuck away from me. Get him the fuck away from me now.
What mark on you, bitch? Nothing. The mark's on me
It's on
right now.
fucking video now, bitch. Live.
Look at it. Look at it, dummy.
You're a fucking little pussy for being out, being like that with a fucking.
You just don't want to leave because you're scared against all your shit.
Because you don't want to be told to stop smoking a fucking cigarette in the goddamn
you
house.
don't want to be told to stop smoking bud, bitch. I'm 8 months pregnant, like you just said. Cut it out.
You have fucking issues, bitch. I'm not doing this shit. You better get him the fuck out of this house. You're the one that tolerates physical violence. You're the one that allows this shit to happen. You're the one that gets it this escalated because you didn't want to say shit, did you?
I told you I would, but you kept at it. And I said, you want me to go yank him out of the bed right now?
I kept at it? I kept at it? No, you started getting loud, and then he woke up and came out of here. I didn't get loud first. I never get loud first. Never. I mentioned it. Oh, I snapped. Okay, my calm-ass demeanor, talking to people, that's snapping at people. But him pushing me over and him telling...
I'm doing nothing. She can do what she wants. She's going to be extra mad because I got my shit back.
No, there is no mad about that. I'm leaving. You're going to be held responsible for the bond.
Go ahead. I don't care. I told you to leave me out of it. I tried to close the door behind her. She couldn't live with that. She needs what she needs.
This is normal for our fucking house.
This is normal.
Do you realize too?
This is a lie. Then why do you only get this now when you provoke it and we know we're being videotaped? Why does it only happen like that?
What the fuck are you talking about, bitch?
How does it happen?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling you a fucking pussy ass little bitch. Because I'm finally getting the fucking guts.
Everything.
Yeah, right.
Everything.
With the alcohol, with the fucking bottles and shit, with the fucking smoking cigarettes, right? This is the toxic shit, the behavior you allow in your fucking homes. Instead of helping someone that is actually innocent, you help these people, these trash-ass fucking individuals, because you birthed him, so you feel like you're responsible, so you enable him. I didn't say shit to you that got that riled up. I told you I didn't want smoking in the house, so you escalated this. No one else but you.
There for at least 10 minutes.
You know what?
At least.
No.
It was over there. And I kept telling you, okay, I will talk to him. And you kept on. I said, okay, I will talk to him. You said it again. You just kept nagging. And I didn't until I finally told you, what, you want me to go yank his ass out of the bedroom so I tell him I'll go do that
what I did was I asked you about, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Prior to that, that's why I started recording, because everyone knows I stay calm, even when people confront me about all crazy shit. So the fact that I confronted you about him smoking cigarettes in my car, that's what pissed you off. That's why you said...
I told you, no, he didn't smoke in your car.
Okay, so then what you said was, fine, I won't use your car again. I won't use your car. So that's why you gave me my key back. So it was you that got heightened. So that you got overwhelmed because you couldn't... And I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you couldn't... No, I'm going to leave. I'm going to pack my shit and go because you don't know what the fuck is going on here.
You let me talk
for
once. You said on the order of that that's why you didn't want him in your car because you just
I didn't want cigarettes in my fucking car.
You didn't want him in there, period. Okay?
Okay, I didn't say that. But okay, if that's what you think.
In the past 2 weeks, anytime I told you I was getting ready to go, you said, you're not taking my car, are you? And I said, no, I'm taking my own. Today I asked you if I could take your truck and you told me I could.
You told me you were going to.
$50 of gas in it again today. For all the errands.
Okay, do you understand? You're the one that used all the gas, though. So you tell me. What errands did I run?
No, you want to.
What I went to Dr. Carroll's. Okay, but does that cost? No, you sat outside of a Kroger for 20 minutes with it on one day. You sat in the Kroger parking lot waiting for 20 minutes with it on, and you're gonna tell me that it's all me.
Okay.
You told me numerous times, I don't care about wasting the gas. That's what you said because I paid for it.
Gotcha.
You always throw it in my face like all of a sudden I owe more than what you have. So then if that's what you even came up.
I gave you money to help pay to get you caught up a couple of payments on the truck. I paid for
and this is why I would rather be fucking dead.
To go get you 4 hours to come back, plus to buy you some salad wares, plus everything that I put in extra when you don't have the food stamps or WIC or whatever. I tell you, that's fine, you use that, let's use it. But I got this. You tell me, oh.
Oh, but then you shove it in my face later.
You do.
No, I didn't say shit. That's what you're not understanding. You shove it in my face, and then all of a sudden I have to defend myself for no goddamn reason.
What a long day. I'm tired. Why don't you go play? Oh! That's it! That is the last time I trip over that thing! What is it you do all day? And pick that thing up.
Because it shouldn't have had to defend myself over a cigarette that he promised he wouldn't smoke. So he stole the fucking weed. So instead of you confronting him, right?
You were provoking me into where I had to defend myself to the point of saying, "Here's your keys. I won't touch your car anymore."
Okay, I didn't provoke you shit. I didn't provoke shit.
So I don't need to take it.
I didn't tell you anything about you driving my vehicle. Nothing. I didn't say anything. I never said anything about you need to give me my keys back. I didn't say anything about, you know, you need to stop doing this. I didn't say anything about you.
Brother is why I told you to hear. That way you don't
have to because so you had, that's an admittance.
If I don't have the keys,
you giving back the keys is an admittance to you allowing him to smoke in my vehicle. Because I told him, I said, I told you, I hope he wasn't smoking in there. And you said, oh, well, when I was pumping gas, he was outside of the vehicle with the window, you know, and smoking outside of it.
Because
so why did you get to the,
smoking hers too.
I am not going to have therapy with you because you people don't understand. You just allowed that little pussy to get physically violent with an 8-month pregnant woman, and you don't think that that's an issue. You don't see that's fucking an issue. You don't.
You ain't seen violent yet. When you get up in Mama's face and the rest, yeah, there's a problem.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not touching Mom. I don't fucking touch her.
I was literally having to block you by a door and you wouldn't leave me alone.
So I'm going to make sure that everybody sees this shit.
Everybody knows about you too. I don't care.
Right.
Mommy, how can I get around so I can, because I got more blood now real quick on my bed. I need some blood to go roll up.
It might be behind you.
Maybe. There's more rats. Because I'm so fucked up. I'm down. Need me for deals. That's like they
get the fuck away from me.
You dumbass.
No, this isn't fucking.
By what? You're gonna try to monetize me by me, bitch? No. You don't get no views without nobody else.
Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me, pussy ass bitch. Pussy ass fucking bitch. And you guys understand now. Do you understand how I'm in danger constantly? Do you not understand that? He just shoved me the fuck over. Used his fucking head to headbang me into the fucking wall. And you're gonna tell me that I'm the fucking issue in my own problems? When all I did was confront my mother because I woke up over here and it smelled like cigarettes in the fucking house. Obviously, my mom's got a shit ton of pills here and all this shit here. This is the bottles that he uses from all the fucking time. Oh, okay, so they're actually my mother's. Okay, yeah. These are the ones he goes in and takes. And you know, why should I have to be the one that calls this shit out? This is all my crap right here, mind you. Like I told you, the safe space that I have, right, for my kid, because that's what everybody presumes is that this is a safe place for me. This is a safe place. All this shit, right? That's why I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in fucking jail. That's why I would rather call out exactly what I fucking see, how I see it. And this is how he fucking lives. Let's see, in the dark. In the fucking, oh, you can't see because it's dark in here and shit. There is trash everywhere. Let me see if I can get an actual light in here because...
No, you're not gonna go in there.
Oh, no. What you don't understand, Mother, is that you just kicked out.
I don't care.
And I'm literally gonna... No.
I didn't kick you out. You kicked yourself out. You keep saying...
I kicked myself out because he can't follow rules.
No.
Because he can't follow rules.
I have not said a word. You keep saying you're gonna leave. I have not said a word.
I can't trust this bitch. He literally, what you just saw, the physical violence.
You need to calm down.
No, the physical violence. I'm gonna send this video to Dr. Carroll as well, so he knows exactly who he's dealing with, so he can know. No, you know what? And I'm done. And actually, that's not a violation. Do you understand in the state of Arkansas?
I'm asking you to turn it off in my house.
Okay.
Against me.
Yeah, get away from me. Get away. Don't touch me. Back up. Don't fucking touch me, bitch. No, don't.
I told you stop.
What are you backing me to?
Take it elsewhere.
No wonder I have so many goddamn suicide attempts, because I have to deal with this bullshit and have had to deal with it for my entire fucking life.
And
So
you, and I've had to deal with you.
Oh, I'm the issue for keeping up with my moral statutes, for not going and having pills and drinks and cigarettes. I'm the issue.
For you, nobody is ever up to your expectations. No one.
Do you realize how sick this is?
You should talk Dr. Carol all the time.
Oh, do I?
You have.
Okay. And I've done it in videos too, because I don't agree with everything that was stated to me. And then I have to readjust and understand where he's coming from. So even my disrespect is actual respect, because I'm questioning everybody.
I can be in the middle of the two of you.
No, so what you're saying is you're accepting of the physical and the violence and the screaming and him stealing from me like that was my only fucking recreation of having this, being able to smoke the weed? Do you realize how sick you are? Look, I am so sick and fucking tired of you not standing up for the righteous thing. Instead, you are ungodly and impure, because this is not okay. The fact that you would allow this type of temperament to go on and cycle through to your children, you realize how toxic you are, right? Dr. Carol even said, do you realize your family is dysfunctional, right? Extremely. And all you do is, I got it, because you're in denial.
I've never been a dysfunctional person. I was not a dysfunctional child.
Is that okay? Okay.
Dysfunctional person.
Okay.
I went through a dysfunctional marriage, and now I have dysfunctional kids.
Okay. So you're in denial that you have any issues whatsoever.
I don't know about problems. I use logical.
And did you diffuse the situation whatsoever?
How was I supposed to diffuse things between two adults?
Okay, so what you're saying is that you can force me to submit, but you can't force that little pussy-ass bitch to submit.
Did I go over and get in between you and say you had to submit? No, I can't get between two arguing adults anymore.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so fucking much. You're so pathetic as a fucking woman.
You always lie to me when you say you love me, mommy. Chula.
Oh, it's my lie. It's my lie, because I'm trying to fucking love someone that is sick. You! Not for allowing all this shit to happen my entire life to me. For you allowing the abuse and the sexual abuse, and you never stood up for me. I hate you. I will never respect you, and I told you that years ago. And just because you reached out so you didn't look like the bad mom, you're the one manipulating shit. I enable. Who's everyone? Do they have a fucking psychology degree? Do they have a doctorate? No.
Do you? Do you? Do you? Then why did you tell me you were going to go back to smoking cigarettes?
Did I? Oh my god. Oh my god. And then there was weed all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't like cigarettes. I only do that so that when I end up having nothing, that I have something to fucking go on. So, okay, so I didn't smoke any cigarettes, and I didn't drink any alcohol. Okay, so, but I said that, though. Okay, so I should be upheld to my words, but then he doesn't have to fucking hold to his word. You're right. I totally understand that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I have to hold up to my word. Yet okay, you're right.
I'm telling you, you can go in there.
So what you want me to do is live with that piece of shit. You want me to live with a child rapist in there.
I'm not asking either one of you to be okay, because I don't want either one of you out on the street suffering in the heat or anything for any reason, pregnancy or otherwise, okay?
Holy shit. I'm so glad I got this on video.
Over your head. You can go in there and be calm in your room. Even therapists will tell you, diffuse the situation by stepping away.
So confronting you about the cigarette smoke was my issue. It was my fault for arguing a fact. It was my fault for arguing. Okay.
Tell your brother not to.
I realize how pathetic I am and the blood that I stem from. People act like I don't. People act like
I don't see what goes on in these circumstances. And I've tried to call it out my entire life. And when the physical violence gets to that extreme, I know I'm in danger. I feel sorry for myself because I'm gonna end up committing suicide. And I keep trying to reach out to you people for help. And you act like I don't matter. You act like I don't already go through enough. You act like my life is just so peachy and I have nothing to fucking worry about. That's why I was trying to reach out to the Father in hopes that he would fucking do something and be safe with him. But there's no safe place. He's not safe, any of it. I tried to imagine that he was safe because I honestly believed that he was like genuine at first. I thought he was trying to be nice. They're never nice. They're never nice. If they don't get what they want, they destroy and they take and they rob. Just like what my brother just did. I should be safe. I should be away from this. I should have been trying to plan away from this, and you forced me back in here. You forced me back in here. I hate you so much. Do you not get enough of my fucking sadness? This is not payment enough. My tears, my blood, all of it. Is it not fucking payment enough? Just leave me alone. Drop those fucking charges so I can leave and be free and away from this. I won't care if I'm fucking poor. I don't ever want to feel this again. I'm just so sad. You guys make me have no hope. I have no hope. I have no life. I have nothing. Just these fucking confines that you forced me into. And I was trying so hard to just reach out of it and be a better person. And I can't because I stem from trash. Oh my God. And no wonder this is great TV. This is great fucking, great information for people to see. This is why people go crazy. This is why people have issues. This is why they kill themselves. This is why. All of this shit, there's no salvation, there's no safety, there's nowhere to go. Domestic violence, and they tell me it's nothing. They tell me it's nothing. I literally have a hard time sleeping because I know that I'm in danger. I'm so sad. I'm so lost. This isn't okay. These things are not okay. I don't care how pathetic I look, how disgusting I look. There's fucking snot. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I am not acting. I need help. I need somebody to help me. I need someone safe. I need someone to protect me for once. Today is July 19th, 2022, and I actually did end up bruised here from my brother headbutting me last night, and I'm not sure where all these deranged comments are coming from, trying to persuade everyone into believing that that's normal behavior. That's obviously toxic and is very dysfunctional, that my family has always lashed out physically. I didn't lash out whatsoever.
Bitch ass is not. Yeah. Say that again.
You're a bitch. Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, what are you doing with your hands?
You're getting physical. Get him.
And then people are trying to speak to my mother and coerce her into calling the police, when in actuality I did call the police over this, and I filed a report against my brother, and they left a while ago, and I'm just sitting here in the hospital getting monitored still. Of course I had to be monitored, so I have a nurse here in the room, and she has to watch over me because I admitted to my suicidal ideations. When I was approximately 16 years old, I tried to call the police at one point against my father and what he was doing, and my mother sat on my lap to pin me down onto the couch, while my brother, the felon brother, the one that attacked me on video, and my older brother, the one that sexually assaulted me all throughout growing up, had both punched me on either side of my face. So by the time the officers had gotten there, and the medics and everything, they had persuaded them into believing that I was the one that was getting riled up and violent because I had a history with psychological illness due to my first suicide attempt at the age of 12. I felt terrible, and I teared up after the officer told me that, you know, victimizing and abusing physically a pregnant woman is a felony offense. So unfortunately, my brother will have a warrant for his arrest for that, in conjunction to all these other accusations of him being a pedophile and violating children. And the fact that people stand up for these individuals is sickening. I really am not sure what's wrong with you people psychologically in order to bash me all day. I'm already going through enough stress. I'm already having enough contractions. I literally was physically assaulted, and I have like a bruise stemming here where he had smashed his head into my face. So everything, I'm very sensitive, and I'm hypersensitive too, because I've always had these occurrences where I see or feel or smell or touch things, you know, that aren't really there, you know? And people are like, oh, that's schizophrenia. No, they're there. You just cannot see these things, like germs and bacteria. So I would get told all the time, like, oh, you're overreacting. No, I am not. And I told and I informed people too about the hygiene that was going on in certain areas and certain facilities and things like that, because I was always worried. I was always very conscientious about other people's health as well as my own. I've been harassed online right now with all these comments. Instead of people saying, oh, I hope you're okay, I hope everything's gonna work out well. No, they took videos of my snotty nose and they posted them up. And when I went back and rewatched the video, I realized how hilarious that looked, but it wasn't hilarious. So of course, it's impressive to hear me speak. I understand that. It's impressive to hear me, you know, go on about these things, because I'm just a nobody from nowhere, from a very small town in Wisconsin. And just because I was in parochial school nearly my entire elementary years, that's what heightened my awareness, heightened my vocabulary. And even then, I only recently developed all of these sort of connective and expansive terms in order to convey.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
so I can be as accurate and descriptive as possible. English was my worst course. I got the worst grades in English when I was growing up, because I did not want to read the large words, like the words like pedophile or sexual abuse. So I hope everybody is having a lovely start to their week. Mine seemed to have, seemed like it was going well, but I am sort of very hesitant about what's to come and very discouraged that this happened, because I don't like speaking out against the few people that have actually been there to try to help me. My brother did end up, he gathered up some weed for me to have, but then he immediately retracted that because I told him he had to own up to his word. So yes, I understand medicinal marijuana wasn't necessarily the best thing to be having during this pregnancy, because I did worry about the health of the baby. But what about the health of the mother? What about my stabilities? I love you all very much, and I hope that you're doing well. I pray everybody's doing good and they've got a safe place and have been, have ate well and stayed hydrated. I went through an entire IV bag already and a half since I've been here this morning. And I think I got here approximately 10 a.m. or so, and it is now around 5 or 6 in the evening, approximately 6 p.m. So I love you all very much, and I hope that you're doing well, and I'm very grateful that I've had the opportunity to speak my mind prior to being forced into any other confines or detainment. And my baby thanks you too. He's doing really well.
So after provoking her entire family into a fight where the result was the cops were getting called and Leticia threatening to drink Drano, she was admitted into the ICU for an invisible bruise inside her chin that she swears she can feel, but the baby is in so much danger, so it needs to be monitored. so they do their duty and monitor the baby and then release her into a psych facility that she promptly checked out of as she entered voluntarily. Because as we all can plainly see, Leticia requires no mental health assistance at all. She is the picture of stability and responsibility. With her court date coming up, she is once again homeless, living in her car with a revoked bond running from the law. We now join her as she explains she left the psych facility because she is a precious little princess and she doesn't make her own phone calls.
So today is July 21st, 2022. I just spent the last day in the Psychiatric Research Institute at UAMS in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I'm sitting here now about to be released from there. And actually not about to be released, they sent me with a bus token and I'm supposed to be able to just go. I informed them of my homelessness. I informed them of, the way that I wasn't able to go back to my mother's house. I tried to call her yesterday to have a conversation to see how she was, if she had actual remorse toward the situation or anything. And she turned around and she blamed me for my brother assaulting me. Then she turned around and said that I tripped, which I did not. I was shoved very, very forcibly, and you saw that through the video. I actually still have like a bruise in here. It's inside the jaw. So I'm still sustaining all this trauma. They did nothing really to help me with housing aside from giving me lists of places to call in the area, instead of actually the social workers taking it upon themselves to do the calling for me or to try to situate something, knowing that I'm disabled due to my mental health. Instead, they decided that I was supposed to place in more effort, and I thought, well, no, I decided then, because I was voluntarily placed in here, not involuntarily, so I was able to leave at any time. So I crumpled up those papers and threw it at them. No, and it was the psychiatrist there at National Park Medical Center that in the labor and delivery, he came over and he was the one that coerced me into going up here. So now I'm an hour away from my belongings and I'm gonna have to find my way down there. So I guess I'm just gonna have to, hey, I need a ride, let's hitchhike. These fools, they tried to tell me, and I tried to explain my story. And they said, we don't need to hear all that. We need to know what we can help you with. I said, well, housing. They told me I would be able to get housing so that I wouldn't have to be on the streets after this. And they were like, okay, we can do that. What did they do? Offer me the lists of things because they don't feel like a disabled individual, a disabled U.S. citizen should have individualized attention or care. That's how they treat me. That's how they treat people. They even offered a monitor for the baby right now. They monitored the baby prior to me leaving to see how the baby was doing. And she was trying to ask me questions, the nurse that was doing it, and I told her, this is a rape baby. She was like, oh, do you have any other kids? I was like, yeah, a sick, I haven't seen her for 6 years. Like, how is it that they dredge up all of my trauma constantly and assume that I'm just gonna be okay? And so if anything happens to me, you can thank the U.S. government and you can go ahead and talk to the people, the authorities about this, because they're the ones that place me in these dangerous situations, placing me back in with my mother, who had my brother around, who's the felon. And then everyone told me, they're like, no, we're going to be there to help. You lied. The officer told me they were going to help me. You lied. And you need to realize when a woman speaks up, she's not trying to speak up to just manipulate a situation. Maybe she's sticking up for her own rights. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why the cycle won't end. I've been preaching about it now. I've told you now. Before I didn't, I kept my mouth shut. I thought I would get better when I opened my mouth. You told me it was going to be safe. The female officer that picked me up the other day, she said, if anybody hurts you, it's okay to speak out. And I'm trying. I hate you people so much. I hate you. I tried to reserve a room at a place that was like $50 or whatever.
it wouldn't go through. And of course, I did it 3 fucking times. And it wouldn't go through. And now I'm in a fucking hotel room that smells like a fucking ashtray. And spent like a fucking shit ton of money. Because I couldn't walk far from the fucking bus stop that I was dropped off at. I fucking hate you people so much. I hate you so much, you just don't even know. I hate you. I hate you. You're fucking with my shit. You're fucking with my fucking confirmations. I even told her all these millions of confirmation numbers. Of course, it didn't work. I'm trying really hard. It smells like a fucking ashtray in here. Oh my god. I want to light the fucking place on fire. I just don't even do it. All you want is everyone to fucking kill themselves. Oh, you want fucking all this destruction and shit. All I want to do is destroy this fucking room. All I want to do is just fucking light something on fire. I am so fucking dead. I'm so dead inside. I just can't do this shit anymore. I'm trying to keep this fucking trash baby alive. I'm trying to keep this shit going. You guys are so fucking sick. Always calling me in the middle of my fucking videos. Always doing your bullshit, your backhanded bullshit. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I fucking hate you people. I fucking hate you. Oh my god. Fucking kill me. I just rode the bus. That was okay. A woman helped me. You saw that. You know what the fuck is going on. I hate you all so fucking much. I'm so sad. Then I get a message from Dr. Carol that says I have to remove the fucking videos of us talking, which I'm just gonna privatize them, but you have access to it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm trying so hard. All you did was harass a fucking 82-year-old man to the point where he was like upset with me. It smells like an ashtray in here. It smells like a goddamn ashtray. If I would have known if it would have been a fucking smoking room, I would have chose not to get this goddamn room. Why? Why is everything always a fucking issue? Even during transit, I gave him my fucking card. I didn't know to give him the fucking nickel. And some lady from the UAMS, she was riding the bus. Her name was Cecilia, and she helped me. She helped me get on the bus, and she helped me find the right bus. I can't do this. I'm so sick and tired of you. You won't fix the situation. You just damage me more. You cause me to have more PTSD. It causes more fucking issues. And then this shit will pop up around someday randomly. And I'm going to be like, oh my god, the fucking time I had to fucking leave the hospital. Sitting there. I was so fine. I was just fine. Living on my own. Like in my car. You wanted to stop that. You wanted to make sure that I fucked my life up. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't fuck this life up. You fucked it up by not fucking calling CPS when I was 12 years old and having them fucking come to the house every week so they knew what the fuck was going on. You people are sick. And I fucking hate you. I'm so sick and tired of you people. You need to get a fucking life. You need to fucking stick your fucking dicks in a light socket, you pieces of shit. Okay. July 21st, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin. I hope you fucking bleed to fucking death, you pieces of trash. Okay, so my screaming and hollering got a lot of attention. So if anybody wants some free pussy, it's located at Holiday Inn Express Suites over off of McCain area. I'm sitting outside of it right now, and yeah, I don't feel like walking to another facility. I'm about to piss my pants. I haven't eaten much. Yeah, I don't care if I smell and stink like piss because I'm about to get fucked by some random people anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. So I was kicked out of the fucking room, right? Because they said that I was screaming and hollering, and the man underneath was upset about it, and I needed to go do a wellness check because they said that somebody was getting abused. Yeah, I am getting abused. It's by the US government. So if anybody wants some free pussy, if you want to fucking destroy me, go ahead.
Well, I wish we had some whores in this house.
Yeah, I know I don't look that great, but naked, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure tight pussy is better than nothing. So anyway, I tried to make the reservation to the one across the way, across the freeway, so I could walk across that bitch, you know, oncoming traffic and shit, and yet nothing. So if anybody wants to come and pick me up and wants some fucking pussy, suck your dick, I don't give a fuck, whatever you want, you know, that's how it goes. I haven't used the restroom. That's the one thing I needed to do while I got in the room, but the first thing I wanted to do was disclose my fucking emotions toward everything. So then what? Right now as I'm videoing, I get random phone calls. They all know. My phone is pinged. They know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going, what the fuck I'm saying and doing. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Do you realize how fucked you are? Do you realize how I just lost my fucking room? Because, and then she was like, this is a non-smoking bitch. It smelled like fucking smoke in there. So, yeah. Does anybody want some pussy? You know, if you give me some weed, I'll fucking do whatever you want. You can fuck me in the ass if you want to. And the only person that ever done that is my fucking ex-husband. So, yeah, it's nice and tight. Who wants some free pussy?
I was wondering, are there any whores in this house?
Right here, right now. I'm sitting right outside of here. There's a liquor store across the way. Maybe we can go get some liquor too and fuck it. You know? I'm not gonna walk. I'm done. I'm exhausted. I don't want to deal with your fucking nonsense. I don't want to keep going. Why pursue life when life doesn't want you? No one wants you. So that's what I tell people. The easy way out is the best way out, which is fucking suicide. I don't need your fucking nonsense tonight, okay? What I need is a fucking safe place to fucking raise this kid and money to fucking support this child. But no one sees it from a girl's perspective. Nobody sees it from a girl that went to Catholic school's perspective, especially. Like, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking strangle someone. I am going to fucking stab somebody. You people are so fucking deranged.
Does this couch fold out? I don't know.
I am sick and tired. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till some fucking crackhead comes along asking for some fucking crack or something. Swear to God. Swear to fucking God. I don't even give a shit what kind of drug it is. At this point, I would take anything. At this point, I just don't care. Hey! I'm good. How are you? What's up? I don't know, I guess I could use a ride or something. What? Well, I was trying to find a hotel, but I can't seem to find a hotel, but really I'm looking for some weed. You got any weed? Fuck yeah.
There are some whores in this house, you know?
You people truly do need some psychological help. I got a phone call this morning, of course, from the Garland County Sheriff's Department asking if I wanted to file the report against the man who physically assaulted me on Monday, my brother, Angel Servant. They want me to come in to finish filing instead of doing it upon their own fucking will, right? They're on their own accord, knowing that they have the video, knowing that they have the evidence, knowing that this man has done this to me. That's the same instance with the fucking rapist, Jason Lee Wallace. You sit there and you stand up for your cocks, and that's all you fucking do. I find this really, really ironic. I really do, because you're all fucked. You're all fucked in this plane and the next plane. When I fucking filed, I thought I filed. And I thought, when you wrote it down, you understood who I was talking about, where I was talking about. Maybe you should fuck him up a little bit. Maybe you should shove him down. Maybe you should head bash him and fucking break his jaw. I'm just saying. Like, I don't understand it. You don't want to stand up for me in court. You don't want to stand up for my fucking... You saw, there was video fucking evidence that he fucking assaulted me, because now I have to fucking disclose that. I feel fucking sorry for you. I do, because it's going to come back tenfold on your daughters. It is. And it's gonna come back tenfold on your granddaughters, all that shit, everything. And not only that, your sons as well. So, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't know why you don't take me as a credible fucking person, and you never have since I was 12 years old. It wasn't credible enough that I was trying to kill myself to show you I'd rather be fucking dead than get molested anymore. Same thing with fucking Jason Lee Wallace. All of you, you're fucking trash. Take your fucking trash, baby. Take all of it. He's a boy just like you. He's just gonna go around and I'm gonna be so disappointed. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, keep your fucking dick in your pants, or I'm gonna snip the fucking tip off. So, and people like talking shit about me and shit online still. You're gonna swallow those fucking words, you know? You're gonna eat those fucking words, and it's gonna come back to you tenfold in your children and whomever you fucking care for the most. I wish I could bless you with a fucking razor blade to your throat. I wish I could bless everybody with one of my mom's steak knives in the fucking neck, because I swear to God, I thought about that afterward. Like, you know what I should have done? Stabbed him. I should have straight up stabbed him so he got his karma immediately. That's what you should do. Terroristic threatening. You're threatening the people that abused you. Oh my God. Suck my dick, Jason Wallace, you piece of shit. I wouldn't be having to deal with this shit. I wouldn't have to fucking clarify this shit if you weren't a pussy ass little fucking coward. So anyway, today is July 22nd, 2022. Leticia Collins serving. Everyone have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
So after LeTiddy threw a tantrum at the psych facility because they gave her everything she wanted, but she was too good to make the calls herself, she checked into a local Motel 6, where she was promptly kicked out for screaming about burning the place down. Motel owners tend to frown upon that. Then she hopped into the first car she found outside the Motel 6 with a man who wanted to sleep with her after offering her body online for weed at 9 months pregnant. Amazing mother we have here. You're incredible, LeTiddy. I have no idea why you get criticized so much. Now, before we get into the next segment, here's some important need-to-know information. If you are going to try to kill yourself by taking 200 milligram tablets of ibuprofen, it would take roughly 191 tablets to kill a person. So before you start hitting report on this video for showing someone killing themselves, she's fine. She was never in any real danger other than diarrhea. Now the baby, that's another story, but we'll get to that later. Leticia has now shacked up in another hotel room and is once again live streaming, talking about how she just purchased a bottle of Advil PM and a bottle of NyQuil, and she is going to kill herself by doing what teenagers do to get high. To be honest, my guess is that was her plan, to just get high, as she only had a blunt worth of weed on her. A blunt she paid the man in the car that she took off with, a dude who offered her meth named Chico, $40 for. Ha! She ended up getting fucked that night after all. We now join Leticia as she streams to the internet, and as we will see law enforcement, about ending her life with an amount of over-the-counter medication you couldn't use to put down a cat. And just a disclaimer, taking a bunch of ibuprofen has some pretty nasty effects, so don't do it even if you aren't gonna die. Use as directed, you goofy animals.
I just got to the hotel and I just showered up and washed my clothes. I guess I just didn't want to have to relay this again and have to upload it. That's what generally my issue is. So I'm chilling in the hotel and I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel good. I pray to God I don't wake up this time, because I'm sick and tired of this shit. There's no reason that I should have to suffer for the wants of man. No woman should have to. I pray to God that there's nothing else left, because there is nothing else left. I'm trying to smile. I'm trying to get through this. I am so overwhelmingly depressed. I feel like everything is hopeless. I feel like everything is just not worth fighting for. And neither is this child inside of me. I don't know who he is. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why would I get reprimanded for a man ejaculating in me like that and not supplying a fucking plan B. I shouldn't have to be reprimanded for all of that. None of it. I can't do it anymore. I really can't. I got food. I'm not hungry. I don't care how people think I'm crazy. They're 10 times crazier than I am. I really don't care. There's so many people out there like Parrot fucking Beak Face that makes videos about me and tries to manipulate and misguide everyone into misperceiving what's going on and everything. No, I'm just a depressed girl. Nobody offers me what I need, which is medicinal marijuana and my child and everything. So I don't even care anymore. I don't care about anything or anyone. I don't care about myself. I don't care about the father of this child. I don't care about the baby itself. He didn't care about the baby. He didn't care about me to have understood that if he got me pregnant, then it would have been a huge ordeal. Instead, he just ignored me. He just ghosted me. I'm hopeful that, you know, the attempt or whatever I try this evening is, and it's not that I'm trying to explain it to everybody. It's that I'm tired. I'm done, and I'm not threatening. I'm promising. Like it's not a good day. I didn't buy any Drano because I knew how painful that would be if it would have gone through and caused erosion in my esophagus, and then I would have still had to survive that. But I'm not far from an area to where I could just jump, you know, to my freedom. And I just wish I could get high. I wish I could get high on some weed and just detach so that I can be happy again, so I can circle back around to my normal demeanor. But I have no access to that right now. All I have access to is Tylenol PM and fucking, you know, was it cold syrup, cough syrup or whatever, PM type shit that I bought at Walmart. I hate the father so much. I hate him. I hate him for using me. I hate that I'm going through this and he's not. I hate that I'm in pain constantly, and so is his son, and he doesn't care at all. I can't do this anymore. I can't. That guy offered me meth. I should have taken it up, like taken him up on it. I felt sorry for the child inside of me. I thought, no, the father will want it one day, right? No. The father will never want this child because he never wanted me. So in turn, this child is nothing. It's trash to him. I'm over it though. I never expected to have just some knight in shining armor come in and save me. But I always wished for it. I always wished that there would be that one person that understood that I'm suffering so much that I'm drowning in fucking quicksand, you know? There's all this crazy. There's nothing positive. People say, stop, call me. No, the only person I want to talk to is the father of this child. I want an apology, and that's the only thing that would save this child today. That's the only thing that would get it to stop, is if he were to fucking apologize. I'm done. I'm done playing your fucking nonsense games. I'm done. I'm done listening to your bullshit. Like, and a razor blade. Why not? Usually I take handfuls at a time like this and just gulp them down. And that's what happened with all the Xannies, because I took 90 bars at one time and I still woke up. So I'm hopeful that this will get me fucked up to the point where I can stick my finger in the light socket and that I can also electrocute myself. I'm not playing your stupid games. I'm not playing them. You are all fucking deranged. You can go suck each other's dicks. I'm gonna chill in my fucking room. I have this tiny bit of weed left. It's gonna make me last through the evening a little bit. But by the time it's out of my system, by the time this evening is over, this will be... No, here we go. No, we're not gonna do this shit.
All you do is hurt the victims. All you do is hurt us. All you do is hurt us. You just don't care about us. You don't care about us. You don't. I try to tell you. I've told you for so many years. You don't understand. You don't get it. I asked you for weed. I asked you for a safe place. You denied me. And you're gonna tell me I'm crazy because everybody else is fucking crazy at me. You're doing this again. Everybody is. You did this, not me.
No one cared about this baby. If they would have cared, they would have put the father where he needs to go. And I'm done. I'm not trying to play your games anymore. I'm not. You're crazy. You guys are silly. You guys are so funny.
I told you I needed help to solve it, and you just hurt me instead. That's what you did. That's what you did. You just hurt me instead. Instead of saying, oh, let's do something to help the victim for once. You don't care. You people are evil. All you ever do is you hurt me more. And you knew that. And why would he rape me? Why would he do that? Why would he do this to me? I'm not strong. I'm not. This is not okay. This isn't okay. I told you I'm not okay. This is getting progressively worse and you just kept hurting me. And Monday? No, I'm not going in front of your fucking courts. No. No, because it was a fabrication. I didn't falsify that rape report and you know that. Everyone knows that. I just want to go to sleep forever. I'm gonna take all this stuff, see if it helps. If not, that fucking light socket, I'm done. I could have been fine. You shoved him in my fucking face right now. I could have had a moment to maybe try to reflect to not do this. But it's you people, not me. It's you people. I'm done. And that's why I post this stuff publicly, because I know you're crazy. You're crazy. I told you. I spoke out. I told you, and you blame me. You told me I was the issue. I feel sorry. He seems like a really nice person. He is a really nice person. I feel bad that I'm not listening to him. I feel bad that he's pounding on the door because he is trying for nothing. No. I'm fine! No, there's no reason for this. I want the baby gone. I want him dead because you wanted me dead. He said my name. Wouldn't be able to open the door. It's barricaded. Because you allow these fucking monsters to fucking destroy me and act like it's okay, like it's fucking perfectly normal, right? You people, that's why I sit here and I chat with you, because I know damn well you're crazy, not me. I did not do this to the baby. It was all on you. It was all the messages. It was everything you fucking put in my fucking face and in my mind. And then you're gonna sit there and say, blah, blah, blah. She did it to herself. We don't have any perpetrators aside from her. Criminal record. Criminal record. I warned you. You saw me purchase them. You didn't say anything. You wanted it. Jason didn't say anything. He wanted it. So why don't you blame him for this? Why don't you go ahead and put him fucking in cuffs and behind bars? Because I haven't heard from that bitch in 8 fucking months. I tried to be nice to that bitch. I tried to love him in that way. I tried to love these people. Better upload this too. No. I'm chilling. The tiny bit of weed that I was allotted by some fucking dude that was trying to molest me. Why? Because you didn't offer me the cash to just go to the fucking dispensary, because if I would have smoked, I wouldn't have taken all those pills. Wish I could talk to him. He seems really nice. Tell him I'm fine. I know you have access to it. That's why you guys keep doing this shit. Force him. Why don't you make him stand in front of the judge? You're the one that killed this woman. You're the one that killed this baby. Why? Because I didn't have any safe place to do my yoga. I didn't have a safe place to do my yoga. I didn't have a safe place to go to work out. They kicked me out of all the facilities because you guys told me I was a fucking liar. I'm not a liar. Bitch, you know that. I don't feel good. Those pills are getting to me already. You know I don't take any additives like that. He's gonna be fucked. This baby's gonna be fucked right now. All brain damaged and shit. I'm sorry. That's on you. That's on you, people. I tried to tell you. Oh, he's moving. He does not like that. I gave him 7 days. 7 fucking days. No, I don't want to talk to you. I tried to explain that to you. I wish I could talk to you. Please don't pound on the door. You're wasting your time. I wish I would talk to you too. You seem like a nice person. My stomach hurts. It's on fire. I should do the right thing, but that if doing the right thing means that you're not doing weed, well then I'm sorry. I don't know what they're doing. They're crazy. They're banging on the door, acting crazy. Breaking shit, and they're gonna blame me for it like it's my fault. In actuality, it's not at all. You should blame the actual perpetrators this time.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Get up here. Show your hands. Let's talk. Talk to us now.
They've got tasers.
Oh, what a sad lad. Our poor LeTiddy has once again gotten booted from another motel, and this time landed back in custody. Well, temporarily. The cops brought her to the hospital where they didn't pump her stomach because they didn't have to. It was just 14 Advil PM. Now, she considered this a grave injustice to not be literally tortured on the grounds that she just wasn't getting her way. And now we rejoin LeTiddy once again in the hospital.
Today is July 24th, 2022, and before they try to incarcerate me again, I decided that I was going to kill myself, and here I am in the ER. Not ER, it's one of the main things in the hospital here. I just wanted to convey how sick and sad I am for the world around me. I can barely see right now because of those handfuls of pills I took. And then when I got to the hospital, I asked them numerous times to pump my stomach, and they refused to. They said that they wouldn't. And that caused me to go into like a state of, detachment coma style, like just passed out. So instead of doing right by the victim, they're doing wrong by the victim and causing me to have to suffer more. I'm just glad that they haven't tried to prosecute me with criminal charges just for trying to harm my baby. So, and then this girl down there, a nice young girl, right? Nice. I say nice facetiously, because she refused. Everybody, I told everyone I had to pee. I told everyone when I was leaving because they came barging in, they banged in through the door and everything with their tasers and whatever. I freaked out. I wanted to pee right then and on myself, but I held it. And I got to the ER, I told them I had to pee. They tried to tell me to pee in one of those seated chair things. I squatted in because I could feel that I was starting to go because of the pain pills. And I squatted in the corner and I peed. And she said, "Why'd you do that?" And she said, "Oh, it's something about being an animal."
don't act like an animal. She came in and she was like, girl, you're about to piss me off. That's exactly how she said it. Girl, you about to piss me off. She shouldn't be working in the nursing field. But they had denied me water and everything for, like, when I was coming out of it. And they said that it was just the ice. I haven't eaten for approximately 22 hours now. And I'm starving. And then they gave me a tray with some nasty scrambled eggs that smell like dookie farts. Horrified. I know that it's not necessarily all me. I know people say, you could have handled that better. How? When I had no money to survive the following days. How? When I was walking around in 110, 115 heat index. So I don't know what's wrong with people. I'm not doing well. Not at all. Because of these circumstances, and nobody wants to prosecute the actual predators and perpetrators. So that's why I tried to commit suicide. You guys don't leave well enough alone, do you? You don't. You just want to harass the victims, and I could have just died peacefully. It would have been fine, but no, I'm here to suffer with you for eternity. You knew where I was. You knew you could have sent somebody to help me. Instead, you let me walk out of the UAMS homeless, and I slept in the heat and everything. Of course I'm not going to be okay. Of course any woman at 8 months pregnant would not be okay with their circumstances. And I'm going to be 9 months in a week. So, or 2. And you're just going to turn around and make fun of me for doing it, and that's fine. I don't care, you're bullies. That's what led to all of this. Everyone said attention seeker. It's like, okay, let me seek some attention real quick. Let me get these pills down my throat real quick and just sit there and smoke my blunt. Like, whatever. If I'd have just had a bunch of weed, I wouldn't have had any issues. I would have been calm. I'd have been like, okay, another day. Everyone have a blessed day. Leticia Collins serving. July 25th, 2022. The days are progressively getting worse for me. Everything I do and say is always held against me, yet none of these people that actually abuse me are ever held accountable. My child is not my first priority anymore. My first priority is trying to save myself and make it through. I just don't want to be here. I thought it was a joke. I really did. I keep waking up in this body, and I don't know why. It's like there's no salvation. There's no hope. It's like a never-ending cycle of abuse and neglect. I see no light at the end of this. I don't. I wish I did. But every time I reach out, I get mocked. I get criticized. I get harassed. Now I can't even post my videos. I can't even share that. I can't share it with anyone. I know that you have access to my recordings of my notes, everything. Fuck you. What you're doing is harassing me and abusing me more. You're not helping me. I don't see that I have a nice, sustainable place to live. I don't see that I have a nice home with the things that I love to keep away from everyone, society, and its insane demands. Because I'm like, oh my God, they're not listening. Oh my God, my voice will never be heard. My belongings will never be returned. My poodles will never see me again. And then they rub it in my face. You rub it in my face. And it doesn't matter to me. I will gladly kill myself for the name of, like, better things to come, you know? I fucking hate all of you. All of you penises. Why do you send men at me? Why do you even have to have them ask me questions? They look like pigs to me. None of them have anything relevant to tell me. Not anymore. Aside from, oh, I like to get my dick sucked.
I will never, ever, ever trust you. None of you. Ever again. I realized that once you offer me some semblance of it's like when you leave little breadcrumbs, you know, luring me to my own death.
So Leticia actually did do enough self-harm to get herself not only put back in the hospital, but also put back into another psych ward. Meanwhile, her court date Monday came and went, and she received a strike on YouTube for self-harm on her channel. She was convinced that taking enough Advil to give herself a stomachache and getting locked in the nut hut would be enough to give her a stay of execution for this court appearance, which was just an arraignment. A Zoom meeting arraignment. She didn't even have to show up. She would not have ended up in jail that day. That's not even the nature of an arraignment hearing. Now, she does have the revoked bond to contend with, but there are no cops just waiting at her house. That's just a bench warrant. Instead, she chose to fake a suicide attempt to show the court how crazy she was and hope they would be so shocked and feel responsible they just dropped the whole matter. Spoilers, they don't. Not only did we all see this coming, but law enforcement who watches her channel definitely saw this coming. The court issued a warrant for failure to appear. So she left the hospital the following day, you know, as soon as the coast was clear, or so she thought, and began posting on her Instagram obsessively. Now on Instagram, she could only make 8-minute long videos, as opposed to her usual hour-long streams of consciousness, so she was just churning them out one after another. And once she learned she got a failure to appear for her court case, instead of them looking into her whole situation where she was at the hospital, and oh, they must totally believe that it was all just a conveniently timed childish attempt to duck them. Whoa, boy! Tish lost her mind. We'll play through one, as it has some pertinent information in it, and then do a convenient montage so we can move forward, because this story is nowhere close to over.
You know what the fuck I've been through. Today is July 27th, 2022. I don't know what else to express to you guys. Why do I seem like the fucking issue when in actuality it's all these fucking dicks that go around just using me and traumatizing me even more? Can I just get some fucking weed today, please? You act like I don't deserve shit, when in actuality, I've done so much more than most people. Smoking weed's not the fucking issue. You know damn well that's not the fucking issue. That's just that's the solution. I'm sorry, what? Either give me the fucking father or something, have him fucking pay for my shit and my medication and whatever. I don't know what you want. You want my fucking blood. You're after me. Why didn't you file for the fucking warrant? Why didn't you file for him assaulting a pregnant woman? And now I've got to take the time out of my fucking day, worried that you guys are going to fucking detain me. I'm so fucking scared. You guys, you have no idea. You have no idea how sick you look. How sick you look. Give me the fucking father. I want a goddamn apology. I have no home. I have nothing. All my love means nothing to the world. I don't even want this baby. I told you, take it in exchange for my freedom. I don't know what else you want. You already stole my first one. I don't know what you want. I'm sick and tired. Everyone acts like I'm manipulated. I know I'm freaking out. These are my fucking raw emotions. You people are sick. I just want to go somewhere. I just want to not be in this realm anymore. This is so fucking sick. I just don't want to be here. Tomorrow's my goddamn birthday. You know damn well that you're fucking with me constantly, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to be incarcerated. I just want to be free. I want to watch videos. I want to pretend that people love me. I want to pretend that there's someone out there for me. But no, I know, because I'm a fucking crybaby. Oh my god. I just want to smoke some fucking weed. I don't care if you think that that's fucking with the baby. It's fucking with the baby that I must go under so much goddamn stress when I'm sober. I didn't have a place to rest. I didn't have a place to fucking relax and think about this child like I did with Tootsie. No! You stole her anyway. All the fucking effort I put into her. You shoved me on psych meds in order to steal it from me. Oh my god, you let
should be suing all of you, and I can't because I have no money to do so. You guys are insane. I just want my Tootsie, I want my home, I want my poodles. Ah! I hate you. I hope your dicks rot off, you pieces of trash. You act like a baby's gonna fix anything. No, I was looking for a husband first, bitch. Yeah, all of you judicials, all of you fucking authority fucking figures, well, I'm just gonna go take a shit in your fucking yard. So anyway, I fucking hate you. Give me my fucking shit. I'm done! I shouldn't have had to deal with anybody. You forced me to have to deal with these ingrates. These incompetent buffoons. These disgusting, perverse monsters. All of this shit. I feel like my brain is frying. I just want to smoke. I feel like my brain is frying just from all the stress and all the fucking cortisol. Like I said, this baby is gonna be fucked. So fucked. I'm so sick of this because you can't just own up to what you've done, offer back and compensate with some bullshit, and no, you steal, you take, you rob. But I'm gonna prove to you fucking trash fucking eaters, fucking eat my shit, bitch. So yeah, I love you. Today is July 27, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. I'm gonna fuck you all over.
Well, that was certainly a fun walk through Crazy Town, but now you're back on Leticia Airlines. Destination Elder Abuse. You know how they say you can never go home again? Well, don't tell that to LeTiddy, because she will always try to go home again. Though this time, the family has had enough. You see, they didn't sign up to be on Leticia's little 24-hour reality show. So Leticia goes back to the serving crime family hideout, where Angel snatches her phone up for filming. Gail has to get it back from him, and so Leticia shows her gratitude by chasing her mother around the house screaming at her.
Viva la raza!
Look what you wrote! Don't bother giving her anything because she plans on throwing it back at you. And here she goes filming.
Okay, I got all my stuff and I shouldn't need anything left behind in the storage or anything. Well, I don't expect to be receiving or sending messages to you anymore. I think that, you know, during the time that I've stayed with you, you made your choices about allowing Angelito to get violent. I'm ungrateful. Right. I'm the one that's ungrateful when in actuality I told you days ago about this appointment for the baby and you wanted to say, well, why is it important? Why does it matter? Why does it, and you even told Daddy, you know, if the father and the mother don't care about the baby, why should you care about it as the grandparent? So I'm not really sure why you believe that I'm the one that's always taking advantage of you, when in actuality, everything I ever have done, which is take care of you and be nice to you, way nicer than screaming and hollering at you.
I'm done with you, blah, 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 blah.
No, I told you I would pack my stuff because it was too stressful for you. All you were doing was ranting and raving at me. You don't get like this with Angelito. No. When he asked you to do his laundry, you went ahead and did it.
He didn't ask me.
No, he told you.
No, he didn't.
To switch it over.
No, I asked him. I said, so just switch it over, and he said, yeah. Okay. Because my stuff was in the dryer. I asked permission to do it. It's usually tells me, no, don't touch it. Okay. Well, I asked for permission after I take my stuff out of the dryer. So
that makes it even better because every time I ask you for something, you denounce me as your child, but then you go ahead and you offer for him. And I understand that. And he stole my phone yesterday and everything. I know you got it back. You're so proud of that. He's the type that will definitely sustain you once he's in prison again. So I'm hopeful that you'll understand one day what you do, but I don't think you ever will. I think that it's been really rough trying to communicate with you.
That you'd see what you do.
That I see what I do?
really. I cook and clean for you, and you know, this time I didn't do it because I'm 9 months pregnant, and I ask you for a couple things here and there, and you negate my needs. Instead, you throw it back on me constantly. I can't build an emotional support system like that whatsoever, because you're not here to support me. You weren't there to support Sissy either. You're only there to support Ajonito and whatever flaws he's got going on mentally. And you weigh on every word that he says, or you hang on every word that he says.
Take your jealousy with you?
Oh, it's not jealousy. It's sorrow because you don't understand.
He doesn't listen.
Nobody listens. Nobody listens, and that's why I started sharing on the internet, and people thought I was crazy.
Now you're going against his 50 years of experience and saying, you know, because he told you it's just excuses.
What are you even talking about?
You told me this yesterday.
I said I didn't want to talk to him because all he does is talk about his life, and he doesn't actually ask me what's wrong. I don't, and no therapist actually does.
He says no, he doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, he never does want to hear it. Every time I try to read him,
you said that. All of that.
Regardless, the reason I didn't go to him was because I was dealing with my family here, and Ajonito got physically violent with me again, and you just accept that.
To go tell him all that, but you're like you said, he'd say he didn't want to hear it, that it was excuses.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
is.
you didn't want to go, because you knew you were going to get pissed off by what he said or didn't say to you.
Now, you allowed your son at 32 years old to bring someone around that was half his age at 16. And then when I bring it up just momentarily, everybody's like, oh, don't talk about it.
That's the past.
Is it?
It is.
It's
all
recent.
Past, okay?
It's within the last year.
I try to put everything you do in the past too, but you don't get any better. You think of something else to yell at people about, blame everybody else, the professional victim like everyone's telling you.
Professional victim. Where do I get that from? The fact that you sit there and you sit on your computer constantly. The one time I ask you to do anything.
I've done over the amount I need to do in my life.
So where did I learn these traits from then? Because now I have a voice to be able to argue the facts.
You didn't learn from me. You didn't take the good stuff from me.
What good stuff?
How I always sit there and nurture everybody and all the shit that I done, and I go ahead and do the work. And that's what happens.
And then you throw it in our faces. You throw it in my face. You don't throw it in Ajonito's face. You don't throw it in the boy's face.
You don't know what I do with my food.
No, but you allow someone that's psychotic to live under your roof like that, someone that's violent and dangerous, and assaults pregnant women. I only knew your number because you're the only person I had to fall back on. Do you understand why I couldn't build relationships after dealing with a family like ours? Because it's that dysfunctional. That's why I have emotional scars. That's why I can't involve myself with new people, because of the fact that my family is so fucked up. Dr. Carol asked if Ajonito was retarded. You couldn't even offer to say, yeah, let's just go up and make sure the baby's fine. Nothing like that. You just shut your mouth and went along with it. Said, oh, we could have been packing this entire time. Look, I could have been to my appointment right now, and it took me how long? About an hour to pack my belongings, and that's that I sat and rested and ate in between because I'm 9 months pregnant. I carried all that heavy stuff back and forth, and you're gonna tell me that you're there for me. No, you're not. You beg Ajonito, don't leave, don't leave. You can't live without me. But your daughters can live without you, right? Apparently, it doesn't matter to you because we're all in a different category. We're all in our different, stages of whatever. Because you don't want me, you don't want my child. You never encouraged me to keep my child. Instead, you told me I could never do that, and you discouraged me the entire time.
No,
so
I told you I'm not going to sit there and listen to you about harming the baby after it's born, even,
right?
And then say I can't deal with this because the father doesn't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to have to take care of it here. And then mommy has to be the responsible one to step in.
Did you ever have to take care of my first child? No, I didn't even invite you around her.
Okay.
She was well maintained. She was well better off. And she wasn't around fighting like this or violent people that grab things out of people's hands. Yeah, and you're going to just be okay with that. So the fact that you couldn't even step in and say,
I'm a good girl. I'm a family girl.
yeah.
I sit around doing good things for other people and hoping that, everything will be okay for them. Not wanting anything back in return, just taking care of them because they want to. And most of them are ungrateful for it, so,
I think that's actually,
and I let you burn
this.
Plenty of times.
Burn bridges?
Most ever with anyone. I talk shit and everything, but still, I still look out for you.
Burning bridges, confronting you about your issues is not burning bridges, Mother. That's trying to communicate healthfully. And you don't understand that. There's no burning. If there was burning bridges between parents and children, then you're the first one to do it. So I don't know what you're talking about. You hold us all underneath a different standard and everything. You're the one that's pushed us away. You allowing that little fucking tramp over here at 16-year-old over here was the one what pushed me out of your home, what forced me into be in the arms of men, and that's why I got impregnated. And you don't want to see the bigger picture. You don't want to see that you weren't being a good mother to your daughter. You want to see that you've been the best mother to everyone else. So thank God for you. Thank God, right? Because you're such a good Catholic girl, right? Because that's what you just said. I'm so proud of you. Because you sound so sane and sensible. So anyway, I love you and I hope you the best, but I really don't, I don't expect, right, of course it's not.
I'm not the one that can help you, you can only help yourself.
The only person that can help me now is God, because there's no way.
You gotta put in some of your own effort. That's what you don't see. You think it's just gonna happen because you tell God, God,
what the fuck kind of effort have I not put in? When I was the one putting in applications, I was the one looking for places. It was stressing you out to the point where you were stressing me out excessively. You never do any, you never, and
I was involved in it. I never seen you put applications in for shit. For nothing.
They were done back in March. The HUD applications.
Tell me you've got your dad's address.
Are you insane?
Fill out, see how far you are on the list so we can figure out.
I didn't have to refill out if I was already on the list since March.
I asked you yesterday. No, you absolutely shot that down. So I can shoot everything else down.
Right. Instead, they decided that I was supposed to place in more effort, and I thought, well, no, I decided then, because I was voluntarily placed in here, not involuntarily, so I was able to leave at any time. So I crumpled up those papers and threw it at them. I have no idea why you have so many issues, but I can tell it's because you allow the physical violence in your home still. The fact that he got so rowdy, and I couldn't record it, but he was screaming for fucking 20 minutes and shit like a fucking ape. Like an animal, the fucking retard he is, and you're gonna tell me that that's healthy, and all the other siblings want nothing to do with him, and you're gonna tell me, oh, that's healthy, I'm gonna take care of him, I can't kick him out for a single hour, because I need to make sure he's okay and taking his drugs right here. It's not jealousy, Mother, it's sadness, it's sorrow for you, because you're not gonna see, you're gonna end up all alone. Because the fact that you couldn't put effort yet, oh, but you do. That's why when people found out, when people started finding out what you allowed to happen, that's why they burned their bridges with you, not the other way around, Mother.
Everybody already knows, Leticia.
Yeah, that you play the victim, that you allowed all that to happen. You knew exactly.
My family still loves me. My brothers and sisters are okay with me. My ex-family is all good with me.
That's why you drink and take so many pills.
Even my ex-husbands are good with me.
Oh, your ex-husbands are good with you, right?
Yeah.
So the amount that they can use you.
Yeah.
So,
I don't do anything for them, so I don't know how you can say use me.
Right, okay.
It's actually when it's the other way around. They'll help me anything I need.
That's why you went to therapy. That's why you went to therapy one time, and now you're all better, and this is so much better. This is how you handle things.
Therapy? No, I was better before therapy. I was fine.
Right. Not sharing.
See, that's what pissed you off, because I told Dr. Carol some truths of things that you bent, that you failed to put in all the details.
Actually not.
In his head saying, really? She didn't tell me that.
Actually, no. There's nothing that I manipulated or lied about, aside from the fact that I thought you were also a victim, but you weren't, because you knew about all the sexual abuse. You knew all about all of it. You just allowed it to happen. And that's what is sad on my behalf, because I have to realize I have no one to go to. Regardless of how much people presume I can head back your way, no, you're manipulative. You'll act like, oh my God, yeah, I'll be there for her. And then you throw every single thing I do in my face. So I love you very much. I'm very grateful we had this moment that I could discuss this finally, get it off my fucking chest, because I'm over it. I'm over asking any of you for help. You guys aren't there for actual help. It's just a more emotional trauma and then physical abuse. And that's why I'm leaving.
because I can't be around you, because you couldn't even take me to a fucking appointment that was an hour away so that I could get the fucking baby's heart checked, because I wasn't feeling well. I didn't want to ask you for anything. The moment that I asked you, something about gas money. Have a good day. I don't think I have anything else. Everything left in the storage that was like all my drawings, all of my, you know, any of that shit, you can just throw it away. I really don't care about any of that. Okay. Okay, good. Because I don't need any of it. It's just material crap that I can't carry along with me to death. And I'm over trying to satisfy everybody. You know, fucking...
Holy crap.
And yet you're gonna go jump up, you're gonna jump up to do anything Angelito says, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're crazy. I don't know what that mentality is. I want to satisfy everybody, and then the moment he asks you for something and stresses you out, you turn it around on me. Like, you came in, you're the one that texted him and caused the fucking problem. You text him, and then you turn around and you make it out to be like I did anything. I didn't say shit to him. He walked up and he started huffing and puffing like he was going to blow the house down. That's what I told everyone. I said I couldn't even go to doctor's appointments when I was a kid because you would tell me to shut up and you would do all the talking. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave out this door so there's no chance that he'll pop out and fucking try to beat the shit out of me. What do you mean, yeah? I got it on film that he's fucking physically violent. And I got it on film that he snatched the phone out of my fucking hand. Love you. Yeah, bye.
Today is still August 12th, 2022. Leticia Collins serving. I thought that I would scribble out some of my emotions, draw it out on paper, and just finish my scribbles. Right now I was uploading a couple videos, so it took me approximately, I'd say, an hour to do this little doodle, and my perception of what goes on in the world around me. You know, my little doodles, I know a lot of people wonder why I act the way I do, why I respond the way that I do, but I see all the things, the disaster around me, and I just want to try to convey it as best I can. You can see for just a moment what I see around me, you know? So hopefully you can see that well. I'll take a photo of it and post it up on Instagram. There's a city that's collapsing. A plane flying into the towers, the city, destruction, all up there. There's a woman, she's naked. Her baby is dead, and it's hanging. The umbilical cord is like a noose around its neck, and she's just dragging it along. And there's a corpse right here who's hoarding his gold, and a little girl who's been violently raped and murdered. And then this little girl, that's her dad. That's her dad, her hero, her champion. And that's all the money in his hands, so he can buy her fancy ice cream. He's naked. The little girl, she was just going about her day. She had no idea it was coming. But yeah, there's all that. Then there's like the water, where all the dead fish are coming up from the sea, the cattle that's dead, the horizon, because the sun may never, you know, it's setting right there, and it's just kind of like, it's what it's like, the end of life. Yep. You know, this man, he's wearing a cape, and it's got like the depiction of the US flag all over it, as well as a crown, and his handful of money, because he owns everything. That's just my perception of the world around me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of our first act, and what a ride! We've seen arrests, doors get kicked, wacky doctors who made this girl who she is, and so much more. But my friends, that was just the ride to the top of the roller coaster. and we have just hit the dip. LeTiddy is now 9 months pregnant, due any day, and bouncing between parking lots and public libraries in Minnesota and Illinois to avoid her 2 warrants in Arkansas for failure to appear and her revoked bond for filing that false police report. She's burned bridges with her family, and even worse, has stopped eating vegan. No! Well, the inevitable finally happens. Welcome to Act 2 of our tale of felonies and fornication. LeTiddy is all bedded down in her RAV4 and ready for a little snooze. And then there was a rapping, a gentle tapping. Tap, tap, tapping at her RAV4 door.
Yes.
You want to step out real quick so we can talk to you?
No.
Well, Letitia, it'd be better, a whole lot easier if you come out and talk with us, you know?
Why?
We just gotta ask you some quick questions, and then we can kind of go from there.
No.
It'd be better if you're out here, okay?
What are you gonna talk to me about?
We just gotta ask some quick questions, okay? And then we can get out of your hair.
There's some stuff coming back on your license that we can talk to you about.
Yeah.
Like the warrant for the falsified rape report, which wasn't falsified.
Okay, but in our system, you know, it'll come back. So like I said, if you come out here, we can get all this stuff cleared out.
No.
We don't have a choice. You have to go down for the warrant, okay? It's gonna be a lot
Down
easier if you
for
just
the
step out
warrant?
Do what?
Down for the warrant?
Yeah, well, you'll have to go down to the county jail.
Okay. So you're trying to put me in jail when I'm literally 9 months pregnant, have like a few days left before I give birth. September 4th is the due date.
Okay.
And we'll communicate that to the jail.
Yep. But as of right now, we don't have a choice in what happens from here on out. So this process, like I said, goes a lot smoother if you just come out and cooperate with us.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Correct. So you want to step out of your car for us?
No.
Okay.
Any other windows down?
Nope. This one?
Well, we don't have a choice, so you're gonna have to come out of the car no matter what, all right? We don't want to make it.
So you're gonna drag me in.
We don't want to make it hard on you or your baby.
You're gonna drag me in to force me into confines, detain me again after I was detained at 7 months. Right.
You have a warrant. We don't have a choice here.
There's a warrant for my arrest for falsifying the rape report that led to this fucking child.
So could you step out of the car for us, please?
No.
Okay. Yeah. One of you just want to get ahead and get us on the line then real quick? Just see where we go from here. So Letitia,
or anything like this. We have our job.
No, everybody's got their job and no one does it professionally. And that's why I said in Arkansas, they didn't file it properly. 3 weeks of investigation is not a proper amount of time to sit there and say that I allegedly falsified the fucking documents.
That's what court's for, and that has nothing to do with us. We have what we have in our system.
No, of course. And that's why last time when they let me go, I should have just ran from this area. It doesn't matter where I go. They've got a ping on my phone. It doesn't matter. The fact that you came across me is not something that it's... I'm just completely horrified.
Like I told you when I stopped you, I was driving up here and I just saw your car with your windows down and a bunch of stuff in here, and I was trying to make sure you're okay.
And the last time I was pulled over a few days ago by the officer,
what happened when you pulled over by the officer?
I was live streaming on my YouTube channel about all of this. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay. Like I said, Letitia, we just want you to come out, and then we're gonna take you down to the county, and then we can inform them of, you know, your due date, and then we can make the medical decision from there. And then if you want an ambulance when we get you out, we can arrange that too.
No. Well, how about I just
treat you how every other officer has treated me. Mistreated me. And misguided me.
Have we mistreated or misguided you tonight?
Well, apparently so. I don't want to go to fucking county jail. I didn't do shit. I didn't fucking falsify a goddamn rape report.
Letitia, we have to go by what's in our system. We don't have a choice.
No, of course, everyone does. Because everything's about documentation. Everything's about the numbers. Everything's about the papers.
Papers?
The paperwork. The paperwork in regards to people's lives. The classifications. The falsified records. That's why I talk about this stuff on my YouTube channel. Generally, I live stream this BS. Why? Because it wasn't my fault what had happened. I was asleep when the motherfucker penetrated me, and then they did no investigation. And then what?
Okay, Letitia. Are you gonna come out or not?
No.
You have to come out. That's the thing. It's not a are you gonna come out or not. It's are you gonna come out willingly or do we have to get you out? That's something we want.
Well, then I guess you're gonna have to do it forcibly, won't you? Just like the man that was in uniform that I couldn't fucking file against, right? Right.
Again, what happened in Arkansas is not something that we had anything to do with, so we have to take you in.
Do you realize how obnoxious that is? Do you realize how absurd that is when the officers knew they dropped me off at OSF? They knew that I had the warrant. They were Bloomington police.
That's something, again, when you go down to county, you'll be able to discuss with them. And then when you go to court, that's something we can discuss. Anything that goes on through court that has nothing to do with us, so we have to bring you in. It's not an option just to be like, oh, well, we'll let it slide this time.
You're all demonic then. You're all demonic. And you feed the devil. Satanic. Yes. Because if anybody were to actually understand what the fuck I'm doing, I'm not doing anything. I'm not running from anything. This is absurd.
I want you to be able to speak your truth, but tonight is the place to do it. You have to go to court to do that, so you have to take your own.
Right, I have to go to court. But the father was never actually charged with anything. They turned around and they charged me with falsifying the report.
Again,
that's disgusting.
You have to do in the future with them, but we don't have an option. You have to come with us tonight. If we can't leave until you come out of your car. And like you said, you're due in a couple days. We want to get this whole thing behind us, and I know you do too. So the longer you stall and everything like that, you know, then we have to come inside your car and bring you out. And we don't want that. We don't want to get that undue stress on the baby, on you, anything like that.
Not filing properly is what stressed me out in the first fucking place. And who gives a shit about this child? No one gave a fuck. That's why they let a homeless girl just wander off. People are crazy.
So I don't know anything about that. Right now, my main concern is what's going on right now. Okay? I don't know if it's something that you care about in the moment, but something else you have to realize is that if we can get you out peacefully and willingly, that's the end of it. It's just that charge for the warrant that we have to bring you in on. But if we have to forcefully get you out of the car, you can also be charged for resisting.
That's what they said when they caught me in the shower in Hot Springs, Arkansas. They came into the fucking shower in one of the gyms.
Well, luckily for us right now, you're not in the shower. You're in a car. You're safe in there, but we need to get you out.
People are disgusting. You are. There's nothing right about anything that fucking happens. Protocol, procedure, regulations. Bullshit. Bullshit. All of it bullshit. Why do you think I'm 9 months pregnant and everybody's harassing me? Fucking deranged.
So we're not harassing you.
This is technically harassment.
We are doing our police duties. I ran your license and it came back as we had a warrant out of Arkansas.
Right.
And so what that means is we have to get you out of the car, we got to bring you down to the county, and then Arkansas goes from there with what they want to do, okay?
Because
as far
they're
as the normal
sick.
Police, us standpoint, right now, we have to take you down to county.
What the fuck is going to happen with my car then? You going to impound that shit too? Just like they do in Arkansas constantly?
Do you have anyone in the area? Are you?
No, I'm fucking homeless.
What brought you up here?
I lived in Wisconsin for 20 years of my life.
Okay.
So that I was traveling up north. I'd looked for 9 months for resources and nobody actually did anything.
And were Bloomington or Normal? Was that another place you were?
I was just resting here because I enjoy the vegan food in the area.
Okay. Where was your next place you were planning on going after staying here for a little bit? Were you planning on going back to Wisconsin or going back to Arkansas? Watch out, guys.
No. What's wrong with you? All of you. Something wrong with all of you. Fucking sick. They're trying to break my fucking car. They're trying to break my fucking car. Why? Because they're fucking assholes. Why? Because they have to fucking listen to protocol. Why? Because this is sick. All of this is fucking sick. They can't fucking just leave the fucking well enough alone. No. Fucking assholes. All of them. Look at how they fucking act. Fucking deranged. Just to fucking back each other up. They don't fucking help anybody. They don't actually help the fucking people. All they want to do is fucking, and I'm over here smoking weed. Fucking, no, stop it. Quit being fucking crazy. That's why I have to fucking, god damn, what is wrong with you? And if you break my fucking car, if you break my goddamn car, I swear to Christ, gonna have me for resisting arrest and shit. These fucking assholes. Why? Leave me alone. Let me have some fucking rest before I have to fucking pop the goddamn kid out. Jesus Christ, what do you want? I don't do shit fucking wrong. Just want to smoke my fucking weed. Let me relax. God, you guys are sick.
I know my partner's trying to explain it to you, but you got a warrant, okay? And we got to do what we got to do, okay?
No, everybody's got to do what they got to do, right? If only people did what they had to do. If only people actually did what the fuck they had to fucking do. Why you gotta piss me off right now? Why? Why the fuck do you have to piss me off right now? Tell me. What is the purpose of this? Why would you fucking allow this shit? Why do you allow these fucking mongrels to get over with this shit? I can't do this. You guys are crazy. I'm not trying to drive the fuck away. I just want to fucking rest. You people are so sick and I gotta piss? Immediately have to fucking piss. They're trying to say I resist arrest. No! The fuck is wrong with these people? There's no resisting. I just want to fucking rest. I'm 9 months goddamn pregnant. None of this makes any fucking sense to me. None of it. I'm just trying to fucking relax. Everybody's got a goddamn problem with everything. Every fucking thing. Fucking perverts. You're just gonna hold me and shit. What are you gonna do? You're gonna send me to fucking jail? Fucking crazy bitches. All of them. Not gonna give me water? Gonna detain me? Gonna have me drive? Fucking sit in a car for hours?
You getting out?
Yes.
All right, she's getting out on this side, guys.
So, LeTiddy went to jail again. She didn't travel far enough to escape that 500-mile radius, and is back in custody in Troubletown Jail. Aww, but she didn't have to stay long. You see, she was released on her own recognizance due to some extenuating circumstances.
Today is the morning of August 30th, 2022, and
Looks like somebody decided he wanted to show up. Isn't he cute? There's like so much blood in this bed. Ooh, yikes. Yikes. Ugh, I'm trying to rest. So I was taken to jail, and that didn't turn out too well. He's doing really good about suckling. He did a really good job. And apparently his face is a little bit bruised from having come out so quickly. He is 7.5 pounds and 19.5 inches. I haven't signed the papers for his name yet or anything, but I still think I'm gonna name him after his dad. I guess the only thing that would make it better is just like having someone that cared about me around, but I was so scared during the birthing process. I was freaking out. I was saying, like, screaming, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Take it back, take it back. And I didn't tear at all, so that's good. He came out very quickly. I had only gotten to approximately 8 or 9 centimeters, and they told me not to push, but I couldn't help it. It felt like I needed to take a dookie, so I just couldn't help it. He came out, and that's why he's got the little bruising a little bit on his face. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And he's doing a really good job, too. He's doing such a good job. I started going into labor. My water broke in the jail. It was a filthy cell, too. It was so disgusting. And it broke about 1:30 in the morning, and then by 3:24 is when he was in, when he came through. So they did set up a. They let me go home so that I could, home, my vehicle. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with the baby, and I swore I wasn't gonna let him breastfeed. But then when he started screaming and stuff, I was like, no. I'm horrified. Even when they gave him his shots right now, I was traumatized for him. So I don't know if you can see it very well. My boob's not there. Let me rearrange it. Yeah, look at your little face. You're just such a sweetie. Oh, don't worry, I'll give it to you in a second. Just a second. So anyway, we're doing fine so far. Maybe we can go get some food sometime after we get done healing and everything. What a sweet little baby. He's a cutie. Alright, well, the birth of something here. He's really going after my titty. I guess because my nipples are so large, like, that he's just like suckling on the skin. As long as he's good. And I gotta make that milk, the colostrum and everything. Yeah. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I will keep you updated, and hopefully I can get a shower after this. Oh, I can't believe, you should have seen all the blood too. Like, it was, so far so good though. Everything's alright. Alright, have a good day everybody. August 30th, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin. So I'm still in the hospital. It's August 30th, 2022, and he's chilling right here. I just got talked to by the caseworkers, and they're gonna have whatever version of CPS here come and talk to me because I'm homeless and everything. And they said something about if they did take him into custody, that they would still want me to try to seek out visitation or something like that, or seek out different procedures in order to be able to sustain him better than I have and better than I could without having a home. And yeah, I didn't tell them to their face, but I might as well just mention it, is that if he gets taken away from me, then I'm not going to place any efforts whatsoever into trying to get him back. So even though I was breastfeeding right now and he was getting the colostrum and everything, and she made the comment that, well, you could always breast pump and take it to him while you do your visitations and everything while he's in a safe place. I wouldn't I wouldn't at all, if that's their choice to reprimand a woman that has been seeking help for months, for 9 months, and they turned around and harassed me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So, that's the, I know it. It is sad. It's very, very sad. I know. It'll be okay though. If they want to steal you, they steal you. That's how sick they are. That's how the people work. They don't help individuals, they just want to hurt everybody and then say that, oh, it's on you, you didn't help yourself. And instead of ripping apart the families that deserve to be ripped apart, like say my childhood when I was committing suicide at the age of 12, no one was called, there was no CPS called, but then all of a sudden there's CPS called because I have no place to place this child, and I'm thinking like, okay, well then if you do take it, then we'll never see each other again, because I'm not going to fight for something that doesn't exist. You can do more. Nope. If they, you know, that's why I wanted to go give birth on my own, so that I would end up being okay, and I guess I would have been just fine. I know it. I know it. It aggravates him that I'm aggravated, you know? So yeah, and there was a male doctor on call this evening, or, you know, this morning, so I was freaked out. I told him, I was like, I don't want him anywhere near me, so actually the nurses were the ones that technically delivered the baby. And then he did come in, and at that point, he was, the baby was on my chest and stuff, so I was like, okay, like, I guess, but in actuality, I didn't want anything to do with the male doctor. I still swear I could, like, sue for all of this. It makes no sense, and if he gets taken away from me, that would be another issue to have to sue for. But then what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with money? I can't change the fact that my child, my first child, was ripped away from me for 6 years. You can't change that. You can't fix that with any amount of money. The father of this baby will never be in a relationship. Oh, okay. Not a big deal. That's really sad. But alright. They want a relationship, just not with you. Oh, okay. Don't contact me again. Whoa. Oh, okay. Ouch. Ouch. And that's what I don't even cry about that shit anymore. I just have to swallow my tears and move on. Because I know people are shit, the world is shit, and I shouldn't expect anything positive out of stuff. And people act like, oh, I'm so happy, like, you're planning on keeping the baby. I already said, like, I don't plan on anything. I brace myself, because I know that he's probably just, they're evil. The system is evil. The people in the system are evil. And more than likely, they're going to be like, well, you know what we're going to do is we're going to take him, and then you're going to have to find housing in order to try to see him again. And the same thing with my ex-husband and what happened. Oh, you know, in order to see her with visitations, since he's got full custody of the visitations and everything, like, that's right. Okay, I fucking took care of her, was the only one that took care of her. Right, okay. That makes clear, perfect sense. I'm being sarcastic, mind you. Most people don't get that. We're gonna award him full custody, and oh yeah, since he's denying, he says that you're mentally ill and unstable, and you're not allowed to see your child. I'm just gonna leave it to God. If they decide to take him, then they decide to take him, and it's none of my business. I'm not gonna sit there and fight you for him. You know, what are you gonna do? I'll grab onto the legs, you grab onto the head. See which one pops off first, right? Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously,
You knew that DCFS was coming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you know why they're coming?
No. Aside from being homeless.
Being homeless? Okay. Do you think that's the only reason why?
Well, that and the words that I said, my freedom of speech.
What words were those?
On YouTube.
Okay. When did you make these?
Within the last 9 months.
Okay. What did you say? I've seen one video of yours, and that was as of, I think that was right after you, when you're snuggling with your baby. And so that's all I've seen.
Okay. Well, there were a lot of things that I said throughout this pregnancy that might not have been kosher for some, and that's why people get frustrated with me because of my freedom of speech. What is it that you needed to talk to me about?
Okay. So the making sure that your baby boy is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And apparently there's something in what you had posted recently or since you've been pregnant,
mm-hmm.
in reference to your now born child, but at the time unborn child.
Right.
That you had mentioned possibly harming this child.
Right.
Killing this child.
Right.
And so so that's why I'm here. That's why DCFS is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to make sure that obviously.
I don't have any ill will toward the child whatsoever. I don't have any ill will towards children or puppies. I know it's a long story, but I don't have any ill will toward things that are harmless, innocent. Why would I want to harm anything when in fact, like in my perspective, I was innocent too, and I had a lot of crap happen to me as a kid. So when I talk about this stuff, and none of the perpetrators ever got reprimanded in my case. So that's why I get so volatile verbally, because it feels like no one ever listened back then. No one ever understood when my parents actually physically harmed me, or when other people actually physically acted out these things. So for the last years, I started sort of building my mental fortitude by refraining from engaging with anyone and any of the people that might have abused me. And then of course, the father and what had happened, and I didn't anticipate getting pregnant from it. And it was a horrifying ordeal, the entire pregnancy, being all alone and not being able to like talk to anybody or to really have any safe, secure, I wouldn't say even just resources, but any safe, secure, emotional support even, you know? So when I started making the videos about all of it, it was all of my aggravation. Who wouldn't want to think these things? Who wouldn't want to harm themselves because they're snapping, because they have nothing and they have nothing to offer their child? And what is going to happen? So I had talked to handfuls of people throughout Arkansas, Illinois, all these different locations, and tried very hard to seek resources for the baby, and that would have settled it. I would have never spoken a bad word about it, you know?
Seek resources for the baby. What do you mean by
like housing, like shelter, you know?
For you and the baby, or
yeah.
just the baby?
No, I wanted to stay with him. From the moment I knew he was there, I mean, he's my child, and so I did want to keep him,
Mm-hmm.
but then I also knew too that people frown upon unwed mothers still, you know, and even in this day and age, because I was raised Catholic, I was
Mm-hmm.
raised in a Catholic school, so there's a lot to do with that, and the stigma that comes from having a child just on your own. So of course I was really irritable knowing that the father had just sort of ran off to do whatever he wanted and was doing whatever he wanted prior and lied to me in order to engage with me like that, which is sick, very sick and sad. Why would you go to that extent to harm someone just because they had pretty pictures? You know, everyone knew I had disclosed on my profiles, homeless, disability, PTSD, you know, please don't mess with me, like in that form. And then all this happened. I would say I apologize for stating these things, but I really don't. I mean, everyone goes through these things, but they're not able to verbalize them. And then that's when people act upon them. When people aren't able to clarify their feelings and to really get every card out on the table and say, you know, well, this is what could happen, or this is what everybody wants to push me into doing. And then it's like, what do you really want? What is it that you're really seeking? And But yeah, I don't anticipate being able to keep him because I know that a lot of people are scary and deranged and they have access to destroying my life. It's happened during this last 9 months. I mean, the fact that they only did 3 weeks of investigation for this report that I filed. You know I'm under investigation for that, right? The alleged falsification of the report that I made, the rape report.
Okay.
That's why I have that going on right now in the courts.
Where, in Illinois or?
In Arkansas.
Okay. Are you originally from Arkansas?
No, originally I'm from Wisconsin. I was there for 20 years of my life. Okay. Born and raised. And then I moved down to Arkansas for 15 years and lived near my family, but my family did not help, like, psychologically, so I just sort of stayed to myself for many years. And then after my divorce, there was a huge, painful process. I haven't seen my daughter in 6 years because my ex-husband was so vindictive, and I signed over custody, is what they clarified, in the divorce. And he had rights to all visitations. And it's just the whole ordeal. That's why I try not to engage with people personally anymore, because it causes so much stress. And I just posted everything on YouTube. You know, I figured somebody will hear it, somebody will listen. I mean, at some point, hopefully they'll take heed of what I've said and understand who the true perpetrators are. Do I act out on these things? Generally, no. I'm actually a very decent person. And if they looked into the footage of me going CCTV everywhere, you know, all those times I've interacted with individuals, I'm actually not that scary, if that makes sense. I know my hair is like, you know, but it is, I don't really apologize for saying that stuff. It happens, people think it. But if you don't disclose that stuff in those moments, you may act upon them, which I really have never.
I totally get that. If you don't open up, and if you don't get stuff off your chest, yes,
snowballs.
It does definitely. Snowballs.
Yeah.
The only thing that me, completely personally, in regards to me, I would never, if I was a person on YouTube, okay, had a page, whatever, unless I truly felt that I was going to do it, I would never say that I wanted to hurt my unborn child. This is again, me only. I don't think too many, and I deal with a lot of people that ranges from you name it to you name it, okay? All people, different walks of life. I don't see too many people ever saying that they want to kill their unborn child.
They have sustainable housing. They have emotional support. Those people that would never say it are actually, they've gotten allotments that people like us have not had.
But you, in the position you are in,
yes,
what gives you the right to say that, even if you're frustrated, without people thinking that you truly aren't going to do it? Because if you say it, somebody that's never watched your page before, and they see this.
That's why I want to draw out these people that are truly mentally ill. I want to spotlight that, because when years ago I kept my mouth shut and I didn't do any of that stuff, I didn't say any of that stuff, what did they do? They shoved me on a copious amounts of psychiatric medications. So there's just not a whole lot that...
Okay.
And even coming from the perspective of a man saying that to their unborn child, that's not living inside of you. That's not affecting your hormones. That's not affecting your mental stability or your emotional stability when every time you reach out to someone, they promise you something and then they retract it. So it is very painful. It's very painful to go through life not being wanted, and to know that if you're supplying more children into this world, if you're unwanted, hence your children will be unwanted. So, but that's completely different for somebody that has, say, gone and got a certification, or gotten a doctorate, or gotten some type of degree because they had some semblance of support here and there. I have not necessarily had that. And when I was offered that, I was always very fearful due to my mental instabilities, the PTSD, the bipolar. Now, have I actually ever followed through? No. My ex-husband made me look like a monster. but never did in the courts did they restrain me from my child. They never did that because they knew I breastfed my child for 13 months. I follow through with what I say I'm going to do. I brush my teeth and floss every day. I mean, there's a huge difference as opposed to me and some individual that is going to sit there and clarify, I'm going to go murder my kid, and then they take an excerpt of that, and I tell people, well, this is how you handle that.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
go for a walk, go get some exercise, get some fresh air. You've got those negative feelings, go and eat something beneficial for you. Take a nap, do these things that are going to actually help you as opposed to acting out, following through on it. And I think that's why there was such an influx of followers, which it's over my head. Like, there's some of that stuff that I don't believe is truly there. That's why I say it's government operatives. And I joke about that because I know that there's reality. There are the things that you state, which is your freedom of speech. And I understand that some of that stuff's so negative. They're like, oh my God, red flags, targeted, these words. Or if you say things like on your phone and it's pinged and they'll hear things like, you know, bombing or whatever, planes and yada yada in the White House, whatever. I understand. But I also understand that there are a lot of people that have dark senses of humor. And that's gotten more, you know, we're more accustomed to that in this day and age. And no, honestly, I would never harm him. I love him very much, and it hurts me to be away from him for like even this hour. That hurts, is the negative parts. And that's so I hold on to. I used to raise rabbits when I was a kid. I used to raise hamsters. The death is what caused me to have that trauma. So in order to face it, I just sort of clarify it. Sometimes I put myself in that situation where like, and I know children do it too, where they're like, well, if I take it away, then no one else can take it from me. So you have to go through all aspects of it. And I try to tell people like, yeah, maybe it's not right that I say these things. Yeah, maybe it's not right that I go to that extreme. Yes, I do apologize. But I wanted to disclose what people really feel sometimes, you know, and in a way to where people can understand you don't need to act on that stuff. Even if the hardest things happen, you're put in jail. Like I was just put in jail a couple of days ago, and I was in the...
Didn't you have a warrant?
I did. That's the warrant.
Case you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
The alleged falsification. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And so then they detained me here in Bentonville, and then they tried to say, because I was like, no, this can't be happening. I'm only days away from giving birth. Why take me in now? So I smoked in front of them, and they said that was endangering my child. And I know it's not federally regulated yet, but I'm sure.
Cigarette or
medicinal marijuana.
Okay.
I have a card from Arkansas as well as it's recreational here, but I do. So they said that I was resisting arrest, which I was. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I didn't want to do it, but then inevitably after I smoked, I was like, okay, we're calm. Let's go. Okay. And so then they said I was obstructing government justice or something like that, as well as endangering the child. But they dropped those in the court, and they understood that. And a lot of times when people meet me face to face, they can understand and engage from my perspective. I really don't mean any harm, not to anyone, because I've been hurt so much in my life. And if that is something that they need me to do is to like hand him over because they feel like I would be a hindrance to myself or him, I don't believe so. My psychologist wouldn't, you know, say that, as well as numerous other medical physicians.
If your psychologist saw this, whatever specific post you had made,
yes,
where you specifically said that you wanted to kill your unborn child,
yes, he would be like, Leticia, why'd you say that? We all know you don't mean that. Okay. And that's how he would react.
So, obviously, I'm an outsider.
Yes.
I don't know how many people constantly follow you. I don't know how many people are new. But from out, you can see the concern.
The shock value.
Outside looking in, a person just said that is very pregnant, wants to kill and harm their unborn child, and then get notification that at 3 a.m. this morning, you had said child.
Yeah.
And then more live feeds of you holding this child that you just recently threatened to kill.
Right, and I wanted the shock value for people too, because they need to realize, you know, it's okay to discuss, but it's not okay to act out. I breastfeed my child, you know, like I told them, I'm not going to even breastfeed him. I don't even want to look at him. But do people actually do everything they say sometimes out of the heat of the moment? No. I've had so much stress from loss of my 6 years ago, 6 years away from my daughter. And they wanted me to place money into getting visitations. That was too much for me. I mean, I'm on disability. I am already stressed enough. The PTSD gets to me. And that's what I try to explain to people, like, no, you know, it doesn't give me the right to get away with saying these things. These are very heinous things that I'm discussing. But look at my background. I've never actually followed through in harming anyone. You know, like, which is one, yeah.
I ran your arrest record in Illinois and Arkansas, and there's
so much in between me and my ex-husband.
You had some assault, some disorderly conduct, some violating of orders of protection, things along those lines.
Oh my God!
I don't want to get into those details right now. Okay. Here's what I want to talk to you about real quick. All right.
Yes.
DCFS is here.
Yes.
Okay. The only way that DCFS will have a conversation with you, all right, you completely turn off your phone. This isn't getting live streamed. I have no idea if this is getting live streamed right now. Is it?
No, it's not live streamed, no, but I have to.
Is this being recorded right now?
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
I have to disclose that because I've been violated so many times.
You didn't disclose that before?
No. In the state of Illinois, you have to.
You have to.
Now,
you have to have their permission.
Right, but I was going to hold it on my phone. I was never going to share this.
Okay, that's still,
yeah.
Can't do that. Okay,
the fact of it is that, like, we're not getting our voices heard as citizens.
I understand.
And that's why I had to start recording the Arkansans because they were violating me, like the assault record and everything. I was assaulted that day.
Okay.
And they took me in. And it was because all of these people had discussed amongst themselves, the perpetrators, got me taken in.
Okay.
So that's where it's like, okay, I'm not going to let that stuff happen to me anymore.
Okay,
like,
so
that's what
you're not in Kansas.
yeah,
Arkansas. In Arkansas.
Yeah,
Arkansas. Or Kansas. I was going to say Toto, but where's Kansas? Is it Toto?
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, so we're in Illinois.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be in here.
Okay.
All right, while she talks to you. But the only way that she will talk to you is because she's not going to talk to you if it's being recorded. All right.
It's not right for citizens not to be able to get every side of the story.
This is if you were outside.
Yeah, but since it's a hospital for
if you're standing outside, you could record all day. All right. I don't care if you want to record me wherever. Okay, like here, that's fine. Okay, but she's not going to put herself in a position of being recorded, her voice and/or a picture of her. Just because of safety concerns. Me, I'm used to it. I have zero expectation of privacy. She has expectation of privacy. All right? So the only way, because bottom line goal, here's the flat out goal. I don't know you.
Right.
Okay? I don't know you. I know just what I've seen. All right? I'm getting face value. All right? I don't want to take your child away from you permanently. All right? I want you and your child to grow together.
Yeah.
DCFS wants you and your child to grow together. The only way for that to happen if you have a conversation with them, but it can be recorded via your. All right, they don't record. Okay.
It's always nerve-wracking because
I am recording.
Okay, good.
I always record.
Okay, good.
All right, state mandated.
All right.
Okay.
Well, at least there's that.
Yes.
At least there's.
You will have access to that recording. All right, via Freedom of Information.
Okay.
At some point. Okay. But right now, she's out there. All right. So if you say no, I will not record.
Yes,
I will
I
bring
can
her in.
turn it off.
I will. We need to turn your phone completely off.
Yeah, and that's fine. I understand that they.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as there's someone that's why when the officers came and approached me one day, they said, "Well, we've got a live cam." I was like, "Thank God!" Yeah. Like then that means I don't have to record.
Yeah, Illinois,
because,
we mandated.
Yes.
Well, up until 2025, every department in Illinois has to have them.
Okay.
We are above, or we are in front of the curve on that. We've had our cameras for a while.
And even up
And they're
here,
great, to be honest with you.
yes, they are, because then you can reference things on point, exactly how
Well,
it happened.
You're not misquoting.
Yeah.
Like if somebody, let's just say for argument's sake, you made an allegation that I did something inappropriate
Right.
or wrong.
While we were in confines,
It's
exactly.
recording right
Exactly. That's what
So,
I needed.
yeah, no.
Because in Arkansas, they
That
didn't do that.
aspect of things, you are covered, okay?
Okay, good.
All right, so let's turn
Yes.
your phone off. All right.
With 2022, it is 4:40 approximately in the afternoon, and they were just in whatever DSF or whatever DSF, I don't know, CPS for the state of Illinois. And the woman heard me talk about how I was, you know, it was the shock value of stating these things online and that I had been under a lot of stress. I'm okay. I'm dealing. They took Jason away a while ago, the baby, and they want me to go to like some kind of absurd court proceeding in a couple of days to try to win him back by saying some bullshit, and I'm not gonna do it. There's no point in fighting for something that, first of all, was rightfully mine, second of all, was never in danger, and third of all, is, I really just don't care. And people, oh, no one can make you feel bad. Well, yeah, they make you feel like you want to commit suicide. That's what they want. And I told her, I was like, and of course I'm gonna cry right now while I'm alone. Alone. I don't even believe this. I don't believe that reaching out, trying to get, it's just like never been good for me. Never. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm done. Like, take him and go. Like, I already knew this would happen. It's okay. I hardly knew him, you know? 9 months in your room. A few moments outside of it. I already knew it was coming. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to keep him after the dad decided to do what he did. And then they turned the report around on me. Everybody just wants to hurt me more and more. I always that I don't anticipate anybody doing anything right by me anymore. And that's why I just give up. That's why it's okay. It's okay to give up, because the more you fight, the more they just beat you down. And I realized that. I realized that I'm just better at, you know, when you stabilize off alone, better off dead, honestly.
Hey, welcome to the world, baby Jason. And luckily, you will never see LeTiddy again. I know, that's your mom and all, but trust me, kid, I've known her longer than you have. And you would be lucky to go 3 months with her before she realizes you have drugs inside you and harvests you for adrenochrome. Due to LeTiddy's amazing performance for the social workers, they snatched that kid up so fast I'm surprised her head didn't start spinning. So she checked herself out of the hospital the next day and went back to the trusty RAV4 to continue being a childless fugitive. But when she got there, it seemed somebody had been there first. You never know when the Texas rattlesnake is gonna strike.
Well, looks like just another thing. Somebody, and I say somebody, but you know damn well that somebody in this area didn't like me discussing what was going on and broke into my car, and all they did was steal my weed. Hopefully somebody will donate for me to get a new window. That's not good. There's glass everywhere. That's kind of interesting to get back to. I mean, a lot of bad things happen to me, but I don't even bother sometimes because people are crazy, and the majority of the time if I try to speak up about something like this, nobody cares anyway. It's not like they're gonna get back my stuff or make an effort to place any effort toward trying to fix this. So that's my life for you, though. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna have to go to the local dispensary and try to get something to smoke. It's disheartening, but honestly, it's not surprising. I'm not surprised at anything anymore. After the father did what he did, and losing the baby, it is very sad that I don't get to see him ever again. And they're like, you need to try harder. Really? Is this not trying hard enough?
Amazing work, Tish. You live in your car and your window gets busted out, so your first reaction is to go spend $100 at the dispensary. Yeah, no, fuck getting another window. With decision-making skills like that, I'm shocked they didn't let you sit the baby right there on the broken glass and take him with you. So Letty here is shit out of luck. And alone. Luckily, some of her simps got some money together and bought her a motel, but as always, it's the worst thing ever. Well, in this case, it does look pretty gross. Also, try to keep in mind that women, even Leticia, are wired to need that new baby. So Leticia, who's already, let's say, unstable, does not react well to them taking baby Jason, despite her cursing and threatening him for 9 months. Prepare to go off the deep end in Act 3, Afterbirth.
Welcome to Joe's apartment. It's our apartment too. We've been around for 100 million years and we'll be here long after you.
A roach.
Let's go to our place. It's a great big space. It's where I want.
Roach climbing up the wall. Hey, buddy. Hey. Guess what I saw over in the corner over here too in this hotel? This crushed roach. Is that what you want for yourself? Is that what you want, is to be exposed in this hotel room and then have roaches? And honestly, I should try to ask for my money back, but that's pretty fucked up because my belongings don't deserve to have roaches in them. It's disgusting. But then you can look at these carpets too. I mean, it's pretty nasty. And people think that I'm living it up. There's my panties right there. Oops. I'm just living it up. Oh yeah, nice and fancy. This fancy girl over here. I don't have my pants on. Now people don't even realize the repercussions of what they do, and like that the long standing or whatever affects the residual effects of everything that they cause. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I am looking forward to just traveling again. I don't really have anything else I want to do anymore. I don't, he said get a job. How the fuck am I gonna have a job and like I don't want to do anything? No thanks. People are so fucking stupid. I just wanted to tell him to his face too, like, are you fucking retarded? Oh, you gotta get a job, you gotta do this and that so that, you know, everyone accepts you in society. The society's burning to fucking hell around us, so what the fuck? And so I just figure, oh, it's just part of a breeding program. Whatever, he's probably retarded now because they took him away and they injected him with shit that he shouldn't have been injected with. Now he's gonna end up all retarded. I don't even want him back. Why do I care? At this point, I don't. I already said he was part of the US government. I already know. He was just part of an experiment. And everybody's like, well, that's not a violation of your freedom of speech when you're threatening people. I wasn't. Like, you're all fucked anyway. So yeah, I feel terrible. Like, I feel terrible that my poor baby had to be ripped away from me because I know he cried for me. And he's going to continue to cry for me. And he's not going to hear my voice ever again. Men will come up to me all day long. Blah, 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 I lost my... I'm sorry, what? Did you shit that baby out? what the fuck? I don't know how some bitches can come during childbirth. I did not feel that sensation. I wanted to kill myself. The metallics that they inject into our systems have a certain frequency and vibration, and that's why we can pick up on things. That's why you can pick up on us, and that's why you can pinpoint and target us, and satellite, you know, surveillance, all of that, and be able to see us through walls sometimes. All these little breadcrumbs of you just trying to make me believe, oh, it's gonna be better. No, if it were better, it would all be here. It would all be here. This wouldn't be my reality. He wouldn't have been rolled away. I've done some crazy stuff. I would be asleep and my dog would be licking me down there and I just wouldn't stop it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, you can clean it up. I'm not fucked up about that. And I did it for maybe too many years than I should have, because I was just like, it's gross down there, there's fluid, but you live and learn. And it was sort of like an innocence thing. Yeah, it was gross. Yeah, you know, people do that. They're like, haha, that's like, feels good. Like, hey, buddy, you know, people letting them lick their balls. I mean, if it's not a sexual, I don't know. I mean, dogs are weird, and so they go after all this stuff, and they want our germs in that way of wanting to clean them for us. I don't know. Why would you want to eat somebody's germs? I don't know why dogs are like that, or some animals. All right, everyone have a blessed day. Today is August 31st, 2022. I'm sure there will be some hysterical laughter in a couple weeks by whatever someone's done to me. Whatever. I'm sure at some point you'll see some great entertainment, because everyone loves that. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Ugh. September 3rd, 2022. Just trying to dance out my emotions since I can't have what I want or need. So,
you ready? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Every time you tell me something, I figure that you're lying. Ooh, it's almost like
September 3rd, 2022, Leticia Collins, Servin. Okay, so it's the evening of September 4th, 2022. I didn't expect to make a video right now, but I wanted to relay my thoughts about the upcoming court proceedings that I have. I spoke to my mom, and she said that she would stand with me during court for both instances, or whatever. The first one being for the child and the neglect that the child was forced to sustain under my watch, or forced to sustain under my watch. So they had marked on there that the issues that I had were parenting skills, that there was domestic violence and mental health concerns, housing and employment. Something about that it was going to continue, that they're going to have him in foster care until I get my shit together, right? I'm not going to do that. If there is any possibility that I can just sign him over, I'll just do that at that time. I will just go in there and relinquish the child. With my family involved, I don't care. My mother knows how strong I'm being toward this. She understands that I have to be strong for everyone involved. I have to give him up, because if you're going to make me jump through hoops, then I know that something is wrong. Because we all know I didn't neglect that child. I took very good care of him. They said domestic violence. I am not violent. Aside from I admitted to setting the crib on fire with my daughter being inside of the house, and she was 4 rooms away, and it was in a mobile home, and it was a small fire that was set out by, put out by my ex-husband. the child was fine. The child was 4 rooms away in a mobile home, so that makes it to where the ex-husband could have gotten her out easily. I'm not going to jump through hoops, nor am I going to care afterward, because you've already severed the tie. I don't care how much I feel like the energy from the father is trying to reach out to me, or that I'm supposed to go and just pick him up and just eat shit. I don't care anymore. You've already lost. You've lost because the child is at a loss. So, no thank you. Check please. This bitch ain't gonna hop through any more fucking hoops. I'm gonna hide myself away now. I'm gonna find other ways to manage and maintain on my own, because I can't trust any of you people. Everyone wanted to see him without me, us without each other. That's what you were saying. That's what you wanted. That's what came to fruition. So, there's no reason for me to sit there and think that you're gonna make it easy on me. I know you're not. I'm willing to make this sacrifice. I'm willing to make it even permanent, because temporary is not good enough for me. It just never was. Temporary was never like that. I wasn't looking for a temporary booty call or a temporary man. No, that's disrespectful. I'm pretty sure I understand my worth, and it's not being dragged around in the mud, and it's definitely not $50. So, I hope everybody's having a lovely day and a wonderful evening. Today is September 4th, 2022. I'm not manic. I'm completely stable at this time. I just smoked. I realized I had to read through the paperwork and realized that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not going to play your game, but we can go ahead and presume that that's good, right? That you're going to get something out of this aside from a traumatized baby? Okay, cool. And whatever, I don't care. Trauma for me, that's nothing. No one gives a shit about me. I already knew that. 2022. I'm so grateful that I just pushed that baby away so easily. Like, that's pretty awesome. So, they took the baby. They made it out to be like there was some issue. They can do that, I guess, because they can manipulate people in the system because of money. So they just tell them, and the people just do their jobs. They're just literally puppets to these puppeteers. What had happened, not my fault. Clearly not my fault. We all know this. And people trying to persuade others into getting birth control. No, that's wrong. Do your jobs as police officers and actually put the people in jail when they need to be put in jail, and not the innocent individuals either. That's why they had to send all these hyper fit people too, because they know one day I might fucking stab somebody, and it might not necessarily need to be anybody that was a regular civilian in any of these fucking towns that I go to, because anybody could be a target to me. I know I'm not supposed to show them off and be so proud of them, or they'll get taken from me. I get that, but I'm gonna try to show you. They're all itchy, all of it. All of this hurts in here. You see how firm that is, how hard? They feel like implants. They're so hard, like hard as rocks. All the skin around it and stuff. Those are nice tits. Nice tits. Oh my God. They're so itchy. And they're so like, ooh, that's nice. That's gross. Pervert. You're a goddamn pervert. Everybody. It's come out of my nipples. Just the skin around it. The areola. All of that. Gross. Crusty milk. Holy shit, they're supposed to be just random ones just everywhere dispersed? I want to kill myself. How embarrassing for me. Some of the shit I've done and been tripping out in front of people and not that's embarrassing. Not really. I mean, we all go through our shit. We all do. I have to get up and get moving, I think. I'm gonna get the fuck off here. You already have all your bits of information. What the fuck are you gonna do next? What's the next fucking hurdle? Are you gonna kill my mom? Is that what the next thing is? Like, all of a sudden my mother's gonna be dead, the one fucking contact I had in this world? Oh, big surprise. I do miss the baby. I looked down and I was like holding my stomach and I was like, oh my god, the pressure's gone. Oh my god, he's not here. I don't have any of that anxiety anymore. It's gone. All of it. Gone. Like, that was so weird. It was like giving birth to all of my negative stuff. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. Oh my god. So, we'll see if this video can get out there to the public, because generally they don't like me talking. That's why they shut me up and stole my son, because they felt like that was the best storyline for me to look crazy, for me to look like I was negligent to my child, which I wasn't and I couldn't have been. They're not supposed to be able to use the footage that I offer them through my phone. Actually, the fact that they've had monitoring systems in every household, in every room of our homes, is an invasion of our privacy. And most people don't believe me, but with the 5G grids that are going out, everything is sort of in the matrix, and they can literally see through walls, everyone. The federal government, and they've actually been lying to us, so the fact that we have not had any privacy is an invasion of our constitutional rights. So the fact that they treat us like slaves is a huge ordeal. I'm gonna try to share this video as much as I can to get it out there, because I know that the federal government doesn't want my story exposed. They forced me into giving up my child, because relinquishing my child, and all the papers that are utilized in all the court proceedings are falsified because they used my signature under false pretenses. We're not even supposed to have signatures. We're not supposed to have identification, although the federal government tries to state that in the Constitution and all of our amendments. It's actually a violation of our rights to sit there and house us like slaves. I didn't give up my child willingly. This child that I had was born out of wedlock. I would have loved to take care of him. I took very good care of him, feeding him well, maintaining my body, maintaining my health, smoking medicinal marijuana to combat the post-traumatic stress that they forced me to incur. As soon as I can, I'm going to try to expose everything that the Illuminati has been doing and everything that the federal government has been doing, because it is illegal. I told them that I was willingly offering myself as a sacrifice, as a tribute to whatever nonsense is going on. It has been over 3 years, and I've known that they've been fucking with me personally. Because instead of realizing we were all watched, years ago when they saw all of our fights, they literally heard and saw everything inside of our house, in everything. And instead of owning up to it and stating, okay, yeah, she's not actually crazy, like we actually made her out to look crazy, no, nobody's doing it. I didn't even get that $10,000 for the kid. How do you expect me to go on? You just expect me to offer my stuff freely? You expect me to get stolen from and robbed from for the rest of the remainder of my life? No. No, I refuse. That was then. This is now. I deserve plenty of money. I deserve more than my share. I own the fucking world at this point, because I've caught on and I know everything about different facets about how they manipulate the weather and all these things. They do all of it because it's all chemical. Everything is metallic. They can adjust any frequency, even us, because they're doing the chips now, and some of us are chipped. You just fucked my child up for the rest of his life because you wanted your selfishness to raise him in whatever manner you want to raise him. Do you realize how sick you are? I don't want my child in your arms. I didn't want you touching him. Do you realize that? That's why I didn't want you rolling away with him, but I didn't get up and start fighting you, although you wanted me to. You wanted the video there. I never do. I never give you that because I'm not that type of person. I back down. If you want to act crazy, we're going to show you're crazy. We're going to display you're crazy all over the goddamn world. We're going to show you're crazy because this is not right. It's not fair, and I'll pray to fucking God for each and every one of you. Saint Michael, the Archangel, Defend us in battle. Be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, O Prince of the heavenly hosts. By the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Wowza. Now there is one more important video that you have to see, and it's the video I actually put the most work into. You see, Leticia here has no common sense, if you haven't figured that out by now. So she decided to take hallucinogenic mushrooms once again in her car while a fugitive from the law and live streaming. 5 hours worth of live streaming. Just insane trippin' babble. Now luckily for you, I was able to cut the goods down to about 14 minutes. But at the time I'm recording this, it's still available in full up on her channel. I keep mentioning she's a fugitive because it's important to keep in mind while watching this whole thing that she has court coming up. The authorities have proven they watch her channel and will act on what she puts up there. That's how they kicked in her door at the motel for her suicide antics. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you what I consider to be LeTiddy's piece de resistance. Vroom vroom, it's time for shrooms.
So I took some shrooms because they said it's good for people with PTSD, or so the research says. And so I'm sitting in my car having my shrooms, and I feel really good right now. I wanted to share this. I wanted to share my experience with everyone. I need my baby back. I know I'm not supposed to have shrooms and then still breastfeed, but like still, I don't trust you guys. Why would I trust you anymore? So anyway, today is September 18th, 2022. Whatever, that doesn't feel very good. Don't do that. I don't like that. Please stop it. Also, you know, we've been talking for years now, and I have been asking you for some things, and you still won't give them to me. I don't understand it. No, and if I kill myself, it's on you people. All of you. So, hopefully somebody gets a check for it. Because my body has been experimented on since before I was even fucking born. Through my parents. Through all of it. You're fucking insane. Stay away. I need my daughter and I need my son. That's it. And also a shit ton of money. Because apparently you don't understand anything. And instead of helping people with the right medications, you're trying to put them on your slop-ass bullshit. No thank you. No one wants to fucking listen. No one wants to understand. You just don't do that to certain people. You just don't do that to certain people that are excessively quiet and too smart for their own goddamn good. You don't hurt people like that. Then they notice every single flaw. They notice what's going on in your fucking head, and then they'll pull it apart and serve it on a fucking platter for you to start digesting. No. No. Not at all. You better give me my fucking kid back. These shrooms are amazing. Oh my god. I feel so amazing right now. I'm just hypersensitive. I feel everything. That's why I knew the little surges were not normal. That's not a normal feeling. I never had that before. And also, too, if we're switching over to 5G, that means that you're, like, warping us into this other dimension? The fuck? The fuck is going on? I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna fucking murder you in your sleep. I swear to God. I'm gonna creep in, and I'm gonna dissolve your fucking brains like you did to me. I swear to God. I want my child back. I want my children back. I'm having the best time. I'm having the best time. I'm having such a wonderful time just sharing this stuff and telling everyone, hey, guess what? The electronics, and guess what? All of this stuff, and all of this stuff. Everything, all of this stuff. I swear, I came in peace. And why are you harassing me? I didn't even hurt anybody. I haven't hurt anybody aside from some dogs, and you saw me kill those. And that's so true. I did do that. Do I wish I would have had other options? Yes. Do I regret it? No. Again, there we go. There's the honest truth. Nobody wanted the puppies. Nobody wanted them. So sometimes you just have to get rid of them because the pups are never taken care of well enough. Sometimes the pups just gotta go. All of you are just government operatives. I don't need a 5150. Nobody needs to touch me. Nobody needs to put me in a psych ward. You need to fucking leave me alone and pay my bills. And just leave me alone because you've already tainted me enough. Unless you're gonna take out whatever you're gonna take out in the fucking psych ward. And even then, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. Don't touch me. I was just trying with the PTSD, with the weed. But they're like, no, you don't need any of that. You have the chip in you. You don't need any of that. We'll alter your frequencies. What? I'm getting off of here. I'm pretty sure an hour's time with you fools is enough. Especially while wasting my high. To think that you guys matter. To think that you would fucking do a goddamn thing when it's not you. It's none of you that are able to do anything. It's them. The people that control the electronics. The people that are forcing me to be a fucking experiment. The ones that are forcing me to believe that I'm not worthwhile. You people are so stupid and crazy. You guys are so stupid and crazy. I'm gonna get off here. You guys are annoying me. I'm gonna sit by myself and talk to God. I'm literally in danger. I'm like literally in danger from you people. I am worried that you're gonna try to rape me again. That is one thing I worry. It's like you guys are fucking sick. Are you trying to have babies that are super hyper smart or something? Because I'm not the person to be having them through. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what? I need my babies back. She's gonna kill her baby. There's a box in the back. Are you okay? You guys are okay? No, I don't think you're okay. I think you look stupid. You just stepped in your own shit. Aw, that's so funny. So yeah. I mean, the fact that you forced me to feed him to the dragon, that was the thing. Why would I sacrifice him to the devil? Alright, I think I'm gonna get off here now. I'm done ranting. I figured if I at least capture it for everyone to understand it, then it'd be great for chronicling what true mental health is like. I don't know what to say or do anymore. I really don't. I just wait for them to ping me. Wait for them to tell me, to let me know, hey, this is what your next move is. I'm not going to prison, bitch. I will literally pipe bomb some bitches. In the name of God. So yeah, I'm not really sure why I do these things. I don't give a shit about incriminating myself at this point. Not at all. Not at all. He is my baby, and he'll always be my baby, and there's nothing they can do with whatever paperwork, and they're going to give him back. They have to. Those papers for adoption, they can say all day long, and the moment I get a fucking attorney, they're going to be retracting that shit and putting that shit between their legs. Oh God, yeah, you're right. All of it was not viable. None of it was viable. And also you abused her immediately after giving birth. We're going to sue you and the state of Illinois for everything. So, yeah. 3 weeks. In counting. Why did you choose to harass me? Huh? Why? Because you knew that I was just so honest and genuine? That you knew I wouldn't fight back? You people are sick. You will get your just dues. You will all fucking perish. All of you, each one of you. Will it be worth it when you're staring at your own loved ones dead in your fucking palms? Will it be worth it? Will it be worth it when I laugh at you, finally? The final fucking cackle right before your doom? You are fucking going to die, all of you. All of you. No one gives a shit about dead puppies. Don't be stupid asses. No one gives a shit about dead puppies. If you don't give a shit about a child being ripped away from a mother, then you don't give a shit about dead puppies. You're all just a bunch of fucking government operatives just there to fucking piss me off. If I punched my stomach, it was because I knew that he was unwanted and I needed him to stop moving. Because I needed to stop moving. Because we weren't going anywhere. And we weren't getting fed properly. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had all right. If they were gonna kill us, then I would have to kill the child too. Yep. It's good to be Leticia. It's good, because when she cries, then people will come running, and they'll see what's wrong, and they'll fix it. They will. And someone stole my baby. Someone stole my baby. We're gonna have to murder some people. We're gonna have to murder quite a few people. That's how this ended up being. This is why I came into existence. You know? I hope I see my baby. The sooner the better, for everyone's sake. Not just my own. But you know, sometimes when you're just right, you're just right. No one can do anything to alter that. Because God's truth is God's truth. If I could force men into giving birth, I would totally do it. The only thing I can do is remove the portion that they love most of their body. What gives them the most pleasure. Yeah. That's all I can do. It's their sacrifice. It's what they have to do in order to sacrifice. If I had to willingly sacrifice my child, then that's the even exchange, is not just castration, but the removal of the entire member. I should get off of here. I came down from the high. I'm pretty tired now. I feel much better. I feel like this is gonna help my brain. I'm supposed to be in court tomorrow, but we're not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see that shit. No, thank you. You've already traumatized me enough that I'm gonna see about the attorney figuring out something about, you know, the pain and suffering and not being able to even show up in court due to all of the mental abuse and the strains. Do you see things that aren't there? No, they're most definitely there. No. Do you hear things that aren't there? No, they're there. And they will speak. I feel like the Hulk right now, like I would just strangle the shit out of the bitch feeding my fucking baby right now. I would strangle her to death. I wouldn't care who it was, or what it was, or whatever. I would kill it. I would fucking kill it and steal my baby back. You don't even know. You don't even know. Apparently they captured me for a reason. I'm in the breeding program for a reason. Gross. Gross. I would never sell my babies. Flesh and blood babies. I wanted to keep the baby, and I wanted to keep it away from its father because I'm vindictive. Let's be honest. There's no reason that I should have been so vindictive as to file like that after finding out that there was a life inside of me. Especially since it got to the extreme to where we did it consensually that secondary time. So yes. But I had already told him I didn't file. So I told him I was being honest. I expected him to talk to me back, and he didn't. And that's why I went ahead and filed. Because I was like, no, that's callous. I'll be callous as well then.
Well, it looks like it's the end of the road for this episode of LeTiddy, and it's a darn shame. What a wild ride we went on today. From her mother's house and fist fighting her brother, to her nutty therapist Dr. Carol, to jail, hospitals, birthing a child, libraries, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you your ending. I remember in the beginning, she was more of a lighthearted oddity of YouTube, like a dumb child who didn't know better than to storm her ex-husband's house like the beaches of Normandy. But then something changed. She became ruthless. a terror to everyone around her, really something to behold. 24 hours of live train wreck right there on your mobile device. She even tried to send multiple men, but primarily Jason W., up the river for 20 years to real bang you in the ass prison for crimes she admits they didn't commit. She didn't have a shred of decency or mercy. And that's why it has to end this way. You have to learn what it's like to have your freedom taken away against your will. It's wrong. If you're looking forward to more LeTiddy in the near future, I wouldn't hold your breath. But whenever you return, I'll be waiting for you, Sailor Boobs.